That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go. Owers and tastemakers make us no chaser. Gets the blood flowing like a fucking pacemaker. Cut the middleman and inhale the vapors. Madman, old 10 Don Drapers. Cut the jukebox on, make the woofers blow. We gon' sit here until all them heifers go. Holler at the tens and spend a little dough. Not on them, no, they can buy their own drinks. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wrestling Rundown, episode
195, thank God.
So hopefully you're gonna see, at least have watched all of the rundowns that have been late, because
because shit happens, and now I'm sick, so they may be even later because I feel shitty.
Yeah, nobody wants to edit stuff when they're sick.
No, they don't. They just want to be in bed and rest and fucking whack off. I mean, what?
I kind of feel bad. I feel bad for you because you have to do it sick, but I had to do the show sick before, so now it's your turn.
Well, hello everyone. I don't know what I have. I hope it's not the flu because my mom had the flu.
Oh, that sucks. What did you get?
I didn't catch it.
So we're gonna review. Overview. Everything from NXT Takeover Portland until 205 Live from last week.
Yes.
So let me get my notes up. I had this stuff. I thought I'd be able to open up my phone, but I had to sign out of my school account and find it again. But here it is. So NXT Takeover Portland.
Yes.
We had the pre-show. We had Charlie Caruso, Sam Roberts, and this time Mansoor as the host this time.
Yeah, there's really not much to this pre-show.
Yeah.
However, Mansoor was the fucking star of this thing. He did phenomenal in this role. It feels like anything they give Mansoor, he just nails it out of the park every single time. This guy is a superstar, no matter what the fuck he does. Like, this guy is well-spoken. He can wrestle really well. Literally, I feel like they put him in anything, he'll turn it into gold.
You know what the funny thing is, too? You could be pissed about it, too, because you know why they probably put him out there, was to advertise Super Showdown. But I really wasn't that mad about it because he knocked it out of the park so well. So it's like...
Dude, the one good thing that came out of this fucking horrendous deal was Mansoor. Mansoor's a fucking great talent.
Anytime, too, Sam Roberts said something, he got booed out of the building. Anytime Mansoor said something, the crowd...
I don't understand what the fuck this new gimmick that Sam Robert has.
Yeah,
I hate it. I genuinely hate it. I don't give a fuck if it's on NXT. I don't give a fuck if it's on the main roster. I know it's on both, and I fucking hate this gimmick.
Yeah,
just
it's bad.
Be Sam Roberts.
But yeah, anytime...
I fucking hate the gimmick. Like, he looks like a miserable fuck every time.
Yeah. But yeah, Mansoor was awesome. Honestly, even once the Saudi deal's over, he's probably going to get released, but I really hope not, because he's too damn good not to get... Notice, too, how he's the only one out of those Saudi guys that they signed that we've seen, too. Like, I'm just saying, like...
Because everyone else probably fucking sucked.
Yeah, like...
Honest to God. He's the only one that was legitimately wrestling, probably.
Yeah. But the only real thing that happened on the there was no match this time, which I really didn't have much of an issue with. But the only real thing that happened on the pre-show was the Broserweights arriving to Portland. We found out that they snuck off a Triple H's plane. They found a way to get the Broserweight mobile there. And they really didn't give much of an explanation, but it's one of those things where it's Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne, so it's just comical.
Go with it. Go with it.
And I just love how they Just go watch the segment. Pretty much, they just drive the Broserweight mobile, you know, in the arena. Pretty much, it was.
Can we do a segment in the Broserweight mobile where they just fucking do donuts in the fucking parking lot of Titan Towers?
Please.
That would be the fucking greatest. That could be how they got it impounded.
And
because they kept doing donuts in the parking lot.
They actually showed the entrances of the commentators with Beth Phoenix, Nigel McGuinness, and Mo Ranallo. Nigel's theme song's crap, I think. It's very generic, but there's nothing I can do about it. We're not going to hear it that much, so.
Yeah.
Mo Ranallo.
I like Morros.
He just comes out to the NXT theme, and he was so geeked out when he came out. That was great. Like
I fucking love Mauro Ranallo. There is literally no better man than Mauro Ranallo, my dude. Honest to God. And thank God he got rid of social media, man. Good for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's never looked happier. You notice that? He's never looked happier.
Absolutely. So then, which kind of sucks. I mean, it sucks in a sense because it's harder for him to promote the mental health stuff now, but I'm assuming he finds a way. Like,
at this point, Frank Shamrock probably helps him. I wouldn't blame him. I would just be like, you can handle this more mentally. You take the fucking thing. You take the reins.
So it showed the intro video packages, and just like all WWE intro video packages, they're all awesome. Just go watch it.
Yes.
It was great.
They actually transitioned, so it was a video package. And then they went straight into... It was like the video package was like all these metaphors about like... and I don't know if it was like subtle shots of spectators.
Yeah.
But they kind of give a little subtle shots to, you know, the wrestling observers and all that in the world. And then it transitions from there, from the video package to Poppy, doing another live performance. And I'll quote Wrestling with Regret, NXT's favorite band in the whole world. Am I the only one that got that fucking vibe? The Limp Bizkit vibe with NXT and Poppy?
I used to think the favorite band in the whole world was Slipknot, though, because they use Slipknot for all of their theme songs, pretty much. It's one of the. It's like it's definitely top two. Like you.
NXT's second favorite band in the whole world. Anyway,
you know, too, Triple H is clearly listening to these songs in his car too. Like,
I just see him like all sad and dejected, driving around the car. It's like, God damn it! I wish I still had my long hair. I could headbang to this.
He still could. It just won't work as well. But
he'll just look like an idiot bobbing his fucking head, and he's bald.
I know.
It'll work as well, man.
See,
I can headbang because I got some hair.
I can't because I just got a haircut, but then it led to. But yeah, I obviously love the Poppy performance. And then it led right into the first match. It was an NXT North American Championship match. Keith Lee defended his belt against Dominic Dijakovic. This match was awesome. My opinion, the second best match they had. Because my favorite match still was the second match they had right before they went on to USA Network. That's still my favorite one. But this was still awesome. Like, a lot of people were worried because they were doing this match again, but they did enough different stuff where the match felt fresh, which is great.
Yeah. I was blown the fuck away by this. A lot of the shit they did.
Yeah.
The first thing I have to say, Dominic Dijakovic, you crazy motherfucker, doing a springboard swanton into Keith Lee sitting on a fucking chair.
Yep.
That's the spot of the night, honestly. That might be one of the spots on the night. I don't know which was worse, that or there was actually a couple spots throughout the whole night that were fucking brutal as hell.
Also, him no-selling the Spirit Bomb, like that was crazy. Like
the minute I saw that, I was like, oh my god, it's the new Masato Tanaka Mike Awesome feud.
And then we have Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised too if that's where their influence from the.
Dominic just goes heel, and then they get the chairs involved, and then they just take unprotected chair shots to the head,
Yeah.
and they no sell them.
Please no.
Please don't, but I feel like that would happen. If they do it, and they no sell it, I'm gonna lose my shit and jump out of my seat.
I think it was supposed to be the feast your eyes off of the second turnbuckle, but it didn't really work. It was just a Death Valley driver, but it's not the easiest to do that move off of the second turnbuckle.
I like the way they did it better, so
yeah,
I'm fine with it. Basically, what it was a freaking swinging Samoan drop.
Yeah,
and then I think one of the bigger spots of the night was freaking Avalanche Spanish Fly. Really, if you really think about it, while Keith Lee did get a lot of shine here, he even did a tope and got caught.
Yeah.
It was more the Dominic Dijakovic show, bro. Like he did a top rope Spanish Fly and tried to hit the Feast Your Eyes, and then got hit with Big Bang Catastrophe. And that was it. A fucking great match.
Absolutely.
I was watching Adam's video, though, on 10 finishers that they should change up. And that was on Wrestle Talk this week.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Talked about how the Spirit Bomb should be his finish and the Big Bang Catastrophe should be his signature. I fucking wholeheartedly agree with that.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I think because now he does it a lot more. I'm guessing because I remember they banned this move for a while, but I'm guessing they found a way where he can do it safer now. Either that, or they just don't care anymore. Like,
it's just like, put people in the hospital, do whatever you want.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we haven't done that shout out yet. Even though we were on camera when it happened, congrats to Adam for finally being back on YouTube. Like,
yes. I'm very, and he's on 2 different channels.
Did you see his booking video?
Owned by Wrestle Talk, but
yeah. Did you see his booking video yet?
Yes.
He
still hasn't lost a step, bro. It's fucking nuts. He actually may have gotten better since his time away.
Ironically enough, too, the booking video on Wrestle Talk was so much better than on the editing and such was just so much better.
It wasn't even close. It's night and day.
Yeah. Anyhow, though, this match, the Keith Lee Dijakovic match was 4.5 stars. It was a great match.
Fucking phenomenal. Go out of your way to watch this.
And then you're just wondering what match is going to follow that. Then we have the afterwards on WWE.com, Keith Lee did a promo, and afterwards too, like we should even talk about too the show of respect that they showed each other after the match too. Where so
that was awesome, man.
Then we had the street fight between Tegan Nox and Dakota Kai. This match didn't top it, but it came pretty damn close.
Bro, these 2 women kicked the shit out of each other.
Dakota Kai attacks her before the bell. They fight all over the crowd. Tegan Nox is the spear through the guardrail. I like the fact that they have guardrails and not barricades, which I think is great.
I'm just glad Tegan Nox is finally running full speed, finally.
Yeah, that's great.
So clearly, I don't know why the fuck they brought her back so soon if her knee wasn't fully healed up, you know what I mean?
That's probably why they had to light her off, for a little bit.
Yeah, you think?
And then, you just had people hitting each other with laptops, cricket bats. You had Dakota Kai.
They brought up shit I didn't even think I'd ever see used in a street fight before.
Yeah. Yeah,
the cricket bat was a first for me.
Well, no, remember they did it in Cardiff with the Last Man Standing match. They brought out a quick. Well, you probably don't remember it because you probably erased that match out of your mind. But I never thought in America they brought out a cricket bat. But
I guess it made sense considering who was in the match.
Yeah, Dakota Kai did basically like a cannonball, but doesn't run full speed. She just hits the cannonball while Tegan Nox has a head in a trash can. That was
bro. Nice. I'm all right. I will be honest with you, Tegan. Stop it. You're gonna kill yourself, woman. All right. See, the thing about the spot was she goes to do this. She's running. She doesn't get the full speed or torque on it to do a full rotation. Well, she never does a full rotation. But she never does the rotation that she wants to do, because she can't get the full speed because she's got so many fucking things in the way. So she almost fucking necks herself. Literally, if she was like off by a second, she'd be paralyzed. Don't do that spot again, you fucking idiot.
And then you have Tegan Knox, not Tegan Knox, Dakota Kai hit the haluva kick into the corner. You had kendo sticks used, steel chairs. Loved the spot where Tegan Knox was conflicted about whether or not she was gonna do this stuff, like with the shiniest wizard apparently ever.
It is because now she's got the fucking knee brace. So
yeah. Then she's just gonna kill Dakota Kai.
So her plan was, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not done with you, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you on a table, and then I'm gonna put a chair around your fucking throat while you're on the table. She was going to take the Pillmanized angle to a whole different fucking level. And then out of fucking nowhere,
yep,
comes Raquel Gonzalez, formerly Reina Gonzalez, from the Mae Young Classic. And then she does I swear, this made it sicker because the table didn't even break. The sickest double choke slam from the top rope I've ever fucking seen. So she gets up on the top rope. She stops Tegan from Pillmanizing Dakota. And she holds her by her neck with both hands and then just chucks her. And the table doesn't break. So then Tegan Knox just fucking crumbles. And Dakota goes for the pin and that ends it. The table, by the way, does not give an inch.
Nope.
Which made this so fucking stiff.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this was gnarly, bro.
I've seen the complaints about the finish, but I actually don't mind the finish. I like the fact that Dakota Kai is going to get a bodyguard. I think they make up for it on NXT once we actually talk about the episode.
Yes, exactly.
And of course, you have those people that are like, oh, it's the bodyguard angle all over again. It's like, everything's done in wrestling. Like, you can't really, you can't.
You can just add a new twists and turns to it. It's whatever. Fucking get over yourselves.
Then we have the NXT UK Takeover announcement. They're going to be in Ireland, which is
I'm very much looking forward to that, considering who's Cruiserweight champ.
I know, yeah. Especially, so that makes me think if he.
That's why he won it. That's exactly why That's exactly why he won it.
Which I'm excited about.
So we know that Vince is high on Garza, Triple H is high on Ilya Dragunov, and Shawn Michaels is high on... Oh, no. Shawn Michaels is high on Ilya Dragunov, and fucking Triple H is high on Jordan Devlin.
I think it's reversed. I think Michaels is high on Devlin, and Triple H is high on Drag... I mean, they're probably both high on Dragunov and Devlin, too. So... I'm excited to see NXT, because I don't think they've really ever done a show in Ireland on the network, so that's going to be excited. I do think one thing that's going to happen, though, with the ESPN Plus deal, I still think the Takeover is going to be on the network. I don't think they're going to ESPN Plus, hopefully.
God, I hope the fuck not. By the way, we might as well just get that out of the way. I'm going to say this right now. If they even put Mania on ESPN Plus, don't expect me to fucking pay the subscription. Don't even expect me to do it for free.
Yeah.
Honestly, God, I'm not wasting my fucking time. I'm not gonna pay $70 fucking for a show that I ultimately know is gonna be disappointing and way too long and not justify the fucking time given. I'm not doing that to myself. I don't care who the fuck's in the main event. You could have fucking Stone Cold and The Rock for the fourth fucking time, and I wouldn't give a shit. I'm not paying $70 fucking for a lackluster fucking product compared to NXT, which I could get for $9.99.
All right, so moving on. Then we had maybe one of the best matches of the night. It was Johnny Gargano versus Finn Balor.
Oh my god, this match was fucking great too.
Love the.
You know what it was about the show, and this is why it's a top 3 takeover now.
Yeah.
From bell to bell, everyone was trying to outdo each other.
Yeah.
So you started high with Lee and Dijakovic, and then everyone kept trying to top it from there.
Usually the opening match is like, is just to get the fans warmed up. That definitely was not
Nope. They're just like good match. Yep. Just all good matches. You get a good match, and you get a good match.
But I really love this match. A lot of people are saying, at least in our group and the people that don't watch NXT regularly, that this is the same Finn Balor as a face as a heel. I disagree with that completely. This is a completely different Finn Balor.
Bro, this guy is not even in the same fucking... Like, Smiley Finn was not even on the same league as the Finn Balor we have now.
But, yeah, Johnny Gargano, they both are feeling each other out in the beginning, which I like. No one was really getting the advantage on the other. Gargano, though, eventually does. He actually hits a spear that actually injures Finn Balor's leg. I'm surprised he didn't make the injury report after that. But he didn't. And the callback when he went to do that drop kick into the guardrail the first time when he failed, he got Slim Blade on the floor. And then Finn Balor targets the leg of Gargano. You could just go watch this match too, with the way that Finn Balor dissects Gargano. It's not the same guy at all.
It's not even. There are spots in this match that were fucking brutal.
Yeah. Then we had eventually Gargano finally hits that drop kick that he basically used in the guardrail when he turned heel.
And then it looks like he's gonna go for the 1916, but then he sees the table, and he wants to do it through the table. But then Balor takes advantage, knocks him down on that table, and then he runs through all the tables to hit the shoe well drop kick from the table, and Johnny flies into that fucking barricade. Yeah, my God, guys, all these spots, I can't take it. Then he throws him in the ring, hits the coup de grace into the 1916 for the win. Oh, man.
You even had moments where Gargano put him in the Gargano escape, too, which was brutal, too.
Oh, that was fucking cool, too, yeah.
This was 4 3/4. Like, it was amazing. Like,
yeah.
So, Chris Dodd thinks that Finn Balor should have lost this match and Gargano should have won. Obviously, it wouldn't have made sense with what they do later on in the show.
Not at all.
And especially...
Not even in the slightest.
And especially, too, because, Finn Balor is still in the midst of his heel run. If he lost, it would have just killed his momentum. So I don't disagree.
I'm glad he did not lose here.
And if it was the main roster, he would have defended it to the Kingdom Come, too. So, so there you go. And then Kathy Kelly interviews the Undisputed Era. They talk about the tag title match, the match coming up with Strawn and Velveteen Dream on NXT the next week, and then the main event. So that was basically it.
And then they tell Kathy, like an asshole, now you can leave Kelly.
Yeah, and
that was her last appearance, and I'm like,
well, not necessarily, because she has an interview with Triple H later. But yeah, that was actually her last interview. Yeah, pretty much.
It was sad.
Which we'll get into that in a second. So then we have the NXT.
I didn't read that article. Why did she?
I'll tell you when we get there.
Okay.
Yeah, then we have the NXT Women's Championship match. It's Rhea Ripley defending against Bianca Belair. Another great match right here.
Oh my God, these fucking women went nuts.
Bianca Belair looked, because you knew she wasn't winning, but they did a good enough job of suspending your disbelief with her performance in this match.
And the fact that they brought a family into the mix.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, leads me to believe after this whole thing, are they going to do a triple threat at Mania? I
would be opposed to it. I would like the one-on-one match more, just because I want to see Rhea and Charlotte fight one-on-one, but we'll get into that when we see what they do at NXT the next episode. But Rhea Ripley wins the match with the riptide from the middle turnbuckle, which is cool that she can just hit that from anywhere, pretty much. And she retains the title, which I'm fine with.
She does a nasty spot where Bianca does a back body drop to the fucking outside.
Yeah.
And Rhea, I mean, it was like she was still in the ring and she took the back bump. I thought she was going to blow out a fucking meniscus, dude.
The way the look of surprise on her face, too. I think she was, legitimately, surprised, she didn't break something. That was feel right there.
Jesus Christ.
We had Brain Busters. We had gorilla presses. We had shooting star presses. A lot of presses.
450 splash. We had a fucking slap off.
Yeah.
Just watch this match. It's fucking great.
Then afterwards, Charlotte Flair attacks Rhea Ripley, accepts the match at WrestleMania, and hits the natural selection. And then afterwards, because it's NXT, the main roster would have done this. She attacks Bianca Belair too, because it ties into
The fact that she got double teamed by both.
I shouldn't say main roster anymore. I should say SmackDown, because I feel like Raw would have done this since it's run by Heyman. So I'm gonna say
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, because Raw actually, basically, I feel like you don't want to go to SmackDown at this point. Raw's like you have more of a chance on Raw now with Heyman running it.
Dude, I can't believe how much. You know what? Maybe they're just making SmackDown shit on purpose so that 205 Live gets more cheers.
I hope.
That's what they're doing.
I'm sorry, but you're living in a fantasy world. So
fucking this week they got the main event got a major pop.
Yeah, true. So that was really enjoyed this women's title match, and Charlotte Flair. I like that Charlotte Flair, showed up on the Takeover show and accepted the challenge. It made that show very important, and I love it, and I love too. The main roster isn't treating this like Charlotte Flair's going for a lower tier title. They're actually making the women's title important. So I love it.
I agree. This was smart.
This was 4 stars.
This was great. It was the weakest match on the show, but that's like saying that's like saying that's like saying Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada was outdone by fucking Ricky Steamboat and Ric Flair on the same card.
There you go.
So I mean,
then we had Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly defend their NXT tag titles against the Bulls.
Oh my god, I don't know. All right, so we have I think we have 2 5-star matches in a row, but I don't know which one's better.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Bobby, the Broserweights come out in the Blowmobile, and
Mobile.
Then they, they need to get rid of the thing where the mesh and theme songs, because they need to either stick to one or get one as a team, because I don't like that.
I think they should just use it Matt Riddle's theme, but just add guitar riffs to it. Yeah, that's all they need to do. It's that simple.
But they do the whole how much fish could Bobby Fish fry? Bobby Fish could fry fish, and they have it played like on the time. You could say this makes it come off scripted, but I feel like that you could make the argument that they knew
Matt all Riddle. Riddle did it, and you could tell it was somehow Riddle's influence, because it was like you have Bobby Fish in the absolute dog shit fucking Vanoss gaming animation I've ever fucking seen on the fucking side Titantrons.
Yeah.
With Bobby Fish's head on a fucking fish. And then you just have that fucking out of sync fish going along with what Riddle's saying. Classic. Fucking classic. I was laughing my ass off. I'll tell you who wasn't laughing. Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, because they came right out there and they're just like, fuck yeah. And then they just start kicking him. By the way, did you see the meme of from Matt Riddle? They did one for Riddle now.
What is it?
What was it? How much can Riddle no. How many McGriddles can Matt Riddle McGriddle if Matt Riddle could griddle McGriddles? And
did you hear too what Nigel said? How many legs could Bobby Fish break if Bobby Fish could break legs too?
That was the best. Oh my god, can we just make this a thing?
So I actually thought Nigel, maybe he did mess up, because he actually kept calling Pete Dunne Peter Dune, so I don't know if he messed up and he just ended up going with it, or if he actually did this on purpose. Like that.
Peter Dune and Matt Riddle.
Because he kept
Riddle.
So I don't know if he screwed up, but then it was so great that he just went with it, or if he actually was doing this just to be an asshole. Like,
oh my god,
that was great. The match itself, though, I'm just gonna go. I'm not even gonna break it down. Just go watch it. Like,
Bro,
it's just
dude, I'll. It's a 5-star match.
yeah,
Watch the match. We're not gonna do it justice if you watch it. Same with the next match on the card, but this specific match,
yeah.
was
I think
fucking, mwah,
pretty
meant
much.
to be.
I think too they were like they knew AEW had a tag title match coming up, so it's like try to top this, guys. And the tag title match on AEW Dynamite was awesome, but it didn't top this match. Like,
No,
um, the
no, I fully agree with that.
the Broserweight to win the belts, which I thought was the right call because they're a great team, and they're so entertaining that not giving them the titles would have been a crime. Like I would have had to call the cops. Like
Fully agree with that.
that I would have had to call the cops.
Continue talking. I gotta get some tissue.
That's what happens when you're sick.
Yeah.
So yeah, I loved it. Then we had the main event. Notice, by the way, before I said the main event, he ran away because he knew I was gonna make that joke, not the show, so you can stay here. But I think he wanted to be cautious.
Yes.
So then it was the NXT Championship match. It was Tommaso Ciampa challenging for the belt against Adam Cole.
Baby.
Oh my gosh, another fantastic match right here.
I would go over this spot for spot, and I do remember a lot of spots, but we should probably just skip right to the end because we're not going to do this match fucking justice.
I'll just talk about things I loved about it, that they exposed, the injuries of Ciampa with the neck by having Adam Cole go after his neck.
Dude, that wheelbarrow fucking German was fucking gnarly, bro.
I didn't think he was. I was scared when he took the Panama Sunrise spot. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
That was scary because he took it twice. Like, either that stem cell fusion stuff's really doing its magic, or Tommaso Ciampa just.
Well, the stem cell fusion exploded, and now he's back to having to fucking go to the hospital again.
We had power bombs through tables. Undisputed Era kept trying to interfere, but Ciampa was all overcoming all of that. And then we have the finish that I think a lot of people hate on this show. I loved it.
I don't understand why.
I'll talk
Because I
about
didn't expect it. Maybe they hated it just because of the shock of why is Gargano heel?
So let me talk about it. So Ciampa's the ref's down, and Ciampa's going to use the championship belt and to cheat and win. So Gargano's there. Gargano takes the belt from him, hits Ciampa, and Adam Cole takes advantage and retains his title.
Yes.
I'll tell you why I love this finish. Because it actually makes sense. Like a lot of people, like the Chris Dodds and such, and other people, this was just a Chris Dodd one. He said if he really wanted to get back at him, why not just challenge him for the belt when he wins it? That's main roster born booking. Like, that's boring. Like,
here's the thing that I understand. Everybody's like, well, they just teamed up though. Why did they team up if Gargano was just going to turn on him? Because he wanted to get him at his weakest moment, like Ciampa did to him all that time ago. That's why they still hate each other.
Yeah, it makes. I think it's kind of cool that we're gonna get this match with now Gargano as the heel and Ciampa as the face. I think that's really cool.
I think that's way more intriguing. And another thing, we're probably gonna get this fucking match at WrestleMania. I would hope. I would love to see this match on a WrestleMania card.
We never got the proper conclusion with this feud since Ciampa went out with the injury. So.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe, I'm saying maybe, since it's on USA Network now, maybe people haven't seen this feud, so this is going to be fresh to other people.
That's exactly why. That's exactly why they have to do it.
Yeah.
There still needs to be a proper blow-off. The blow-off last time was going to be this loser leaves town match, which is exactly what they're building to, by the way.
Yep. So I loved it. It makes sense, too, because why would Johnny Gargano, want to see the guy that turned on him all this time win the title? So,
yeah, because Gargano was the hero, and now all of a sudden, since Ciampa came back, he's the one getting booed, and then Ciampa's getting all this fanfare. The story writes itself.
And obviously the frustration, Gargano lost the match earlier in the show, and then he's basically been kind of the back burner since NXT went on USA Network, pretty much. And Ciampa's been like in the forefront of it. He missed out on Survivor Series weekend. He missed his first takeover in years. And a lot of people point this out. Johnny Gargano helped Tommaso Ciampa accidentally win the title by hitting Black with the title originally, and now he, basically screwed him out of the title by hitting him off the skull with the title. It's like,
yeah, it's just good storytelling and good attention to detail.
I really love the storytelling now too with the era, which we're not really addressing now, because Adam Cole's the only one left that's really fulfilling the prophecy. Like, he's the last guy.
And they're not doing the whole "I'm pissed off at you guys."
Yep.
No, he's not doing that. He's like, we're still the best faction in this fucking brand. Don't at me.
Yeah.
And that's great.
I know, yeah. So they do the term. The only way that I say no, because if they go to Raw and SmackDown without being together, they'll be screwed. They need each other. It's
especially Strong.
Yeah, and Fish and O'Reilly, because them being by themselves, they're gonna get absolutely screwed.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't stand a chance.
Yeah, but both these matches were 5 stars for different reasons. The tag title match because of the show match itself, and this match because of storytelling in the match itself. Then we had that Q&A segment with Triple H where Kathy Kelly was just asking him questions. They were talking about the show. Triple H does a funny comment where he talked about his plane, and he said that it smelled weird because, that's the time the Broserweights were on it. So I like that he kind of addressed that. Well, obviously, then we get the saddest moment where we had already known, but it was Kathy Kelly's last show. So they did like a special send-off for her. They gave her like nice donuts, and they gave her flowers and such. I was honestly, like, I was so sad a couple weeks ago when I found out Kathy Kelly was leaving, because she's probably the best interview in WWE, just behind.
Yeah, there was nobody close.
Yeah. But we found out she basically left because there was other commitments she wanted to do, but she couldn't do them while being signed to WWE. So she basically had to leave because of that. Which, maybe WWE needs to change that, because they just lost one of the best interviewers because of it. So, there you go.
You think?
I mean, yeah, it's very... because it's very sad. We don't really know what's next for Kathy Kelly yet.
She stars in movies, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, but
what do we want to talk about next after this?
Let's just since we're on the topic of NXT. Well, we're gonna grade the show. I'm gonna give the show an A+. It was awesome.
A+. This is a fucking great takeover.
I'll give it 100.
Actually, you know what? I don't know if I could even. I might actually give it an S.
There you go.
What match was fucking bad?
Yeah, why not? Give it an S rank.
S rank. There you go.
Let's just stick to the topic of NXT since we're on it anyways. I usually go... So backstage this week, well, the most recent episode from February 18th, 2020 was very NXT heavy. The host of it was Booker T, Renee Young, Mark Henry, and Paige. This was the week that Keith Lee was... Like, they put over NXT huge on backstage. I don't know if they wanted to up the ratings for it, which I don't know if they really did, because I don't know what the ratings are for backstage.
Oh, they're fucking trash.
Which ones? Backstage?
Backstage. They're fucking garbage.
So I guess it didn't really do too much then, but...
No, it didn't.
They had Keith Lee on. They asked him questions about, like, his performances at Survivor Series and Royal Rumble. They talked about, like, him leaving football to become a wrestler. They actually talked about the ladder match to crown the first ever North American champion. They showed highlights of the match, and they had Adam Cole and Ricochet talk about what it was like for them to be in the match. They had promo school with Sean Moa Man, I don't know how to say his name because it's football, so and I don't pay attention to that. So he cut a promo on Booker T, but Keith Lee was like one of the judges for it. And
Keith Lee is a promo judge. Oh, jeez.
yeah, I wish he could have done a promo on Keith Lee, but they didn't do that. Because promo school is literally for celebrities. If it was me, I would have promo school for people that like need to get better at the promos at the performance center. But I understand because they're trying to win ratings, so they think winning these celebrities aren't going to do that. Well, clearly it's not working, so I'd rather just see it that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Then they had the main event where they talked about big men in wrestling. I don't know if you saw the clip for it, where Mark Henry and Keith Lee were talking about like the evolution of the big man. And then
we get to Keith Lee. So we start from Andre the Giant, and we get to Keith Lee. Done.
Yeah, pretty much though. Mark Henry was putting over Keith Lee huge on this episode, and
as I expected, because he's really high on Keith Lee.
Mark Henry was actually awesome on backstage. He was fantastic.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, he was still a corporate show though.
Yeah, but
yeah, I didn't forget you fucking mook.
I mean, what do you want me to say though? Then the only nothing NXT related on the bump, so we're not gonna go.
We don't need to talk about that.
At least right now.
They do. They just switch back and forth. All right, bump. You cover NXT this week. We'll cover NXT next week.
Well, they covered it, but it was nothing like they just talked about like Takeover, what they thought of it, but it was nothing noteworthy or anything like that. So then we had this week's NXT. I still liked it, but this.
Okay. I have to say something about this NXT. So I was very happy. We had a great takeover.
Yep.
That being said, what the fuck was this episode of NXT?
Yeah, it was weird.
Alright. The first glaring fucking issue. And this is just a whole show problem. Why did everything, and I mean everything, felt rushed? And the only people that shined were Keith Lee and Raquel Gonzalez.
Yep.
Everyone else, and Bianca, which, we'll get to that.
Yep.
But I'm watching this, and literally everybody keeps getting cut off, and they're not even, like, a quarter of their way through their promo. And then it's straight into the action, and then the action feels rushed.
Yeah.
And then everything just felt rushed on this fucking show. I swear I thought I tuned into an episode of Early Dynamite by accident.
That was weird. But, since we have the new format, what was, anything that, like, stood out? Was there something you loved or hated on this show?
There was stuff I loved and hated. Okay, so the first thing I'm just gonna get the fucking stuff I loved out of the way first. Broserweights were fucking great.
Yep.
Dude, where's our golf cart? And Pete Dunne just straight face says, "You managed to get it impounded." And then the crowd laughs, and he's like, "All right, fair." And then they talk about how they're the tag team champions and all that. And then
you're forgetting one big joke too.
And they fucking smoked out of the Dusty Cup.
And now the Dusty Cup's suspended for 30 days because of the wellness policy. Like,
holy shit!
What is this? How do they?
You know what? I feel like I don't know if this was done by Riddle just to be Riddle, or if this was also done just as a little jab to fucking Cody on the other channel.
You know,
because that's his father. And they're smoking weed out of the fucking cup.
I don't understand one thing. How do you drug test a trophy? Like,
I think the joke being that they used the cup as a bowl, the Dusty Cup as a bowl, and then they were smoking out of it, and they made it into a bong.
I guess, yeah. So how do they get? I hope that better be back in 30 days. Like, and then they have a banner of a match too with Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. That match is awesome.
Here's the thing, though. The one thing I didn't like about it is that fucking Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch just come out right after they were done about the fucking cup. And I'm like, I knew, and he was about to talk about something else.
Yeah.
And I was just like, fuck it, I guess we're going into the match. Like, everything felt so rushed, and I really didn't like it. Now, and hold on, other stuff I loved about this show. Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch tag was great with the Broserweights. That was fucking great.
And obviously the Broserweights won, which was by design. So.
And then what else? There was and then the rest I don't know. Like I liked Ciampa. Ciampa was fucking great on this show.
So he comes out. Yeah, I'll talk about. So he comes out and Austin Theory is supposed to have a match, and it shows Ciampa live and earlier on the show, and then he comes out later, and
this is the only time interrupting, by the way, made sense.
Yeah, he comes out and Austin Theory tries to come up and do something, but he's like, "Yeah, not tonight, man, not tonight," which is great.
And then Austin Theory's like, "Okay."
And then eventually, and he basically, this is where they're setting up that loser leaves town match, where he says only to Gargano, only one of us can beat an NXT, pretty much. So that's planting the seeds for it. And then he bashes.
Oh my god!
Theory off the head with a microphone.
He just annihilates him. He just fucking annihilates him.
He was kayfabe on the injury report for this, which is like no shit. Like
I would expect after a man got driven into a fucking barricade 20 times that he would be on the fucking injury report.
I don't remember though the injuries that they said he sustained, but I just figured I'd talk about it. So,
he had a general hematoma in his backal region.
Yeah, like I said, I like the setup of the cage match with Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox. That's going to be in a couple of weeks.
That was good. Yep.
I like that they gave Rochelle Gonzalez isn't just the heavy for Dakota Kai. They're actually giving a reason why she's aligned with Dakota Kai. You know that
because she felt the same way that Dakota Kai felt, overlooked while Tegan was and other women were getting opportunities. So yeah, they made all the sense in the world now. So that was good. One thing
though, maybe you didn't like it, but I actually really liked it. Was the NXT Cruiserweight title match with Jordan Devlin and
I really loved that match. I don't know what you're talking about. This was the fucking highlight of the show for me. It went through 3 commercial breaks.
No, I said I loved it too, but you didn't say you loved it, so I was.
Oh no, I loved it. I fucking loved this match. Jordan Devlin is a fucking ace for real.
Devlin
and Leo Rush is great as always.
Devlin actually wins with the Devlin side, which obviously makes sense considering the fact that he's he shouldn't lose the belt anytime soon.
I agree.
And one thing, since this is kind of a bit of news, apparently Jordan Devlin is injured now. He got injured at Progress. I think they got to get out of. They got to stop having them go to Progress at this point because Eddie Dennis.
But he got injured at Progress. Is it a major injury or a minor?
He's only going to be out a couple of weeks.
All right, he'll be fine.
But I'm saying I think they got to get out. I think they have to stop going to Progress because Eddie Dennis got injured at Progress, and now Jordan Devlin just got injured. Either that or Progress got to change their in-ring style or something.
Yeah, right.
This is twice in the span of a month that one of NXT.
Or WWE could do what I recommended, which was just make NXT UK fucking Progress.
Maybe
I still stand by that. I don't care if NXT UK is still good. I wish they would just be Progress.
Yeah, and Shawn Michaels can just take over the booking for that.
Literally, it's the same fucking show. Can I just say that? I've seen a Progress show recently. Progress and NXT UK, there's no fucking difference. They're the same fucking show. Why are there 2 separate things? Why can't you just make one or the other?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, fuck that. I'm not sorry.
But that match was great, though.
Okay. Now, let's get over the stuff I fucking vehemently hated about this show.
Well, we haven't talked about the Keith Lee thing yet, unless that was one of the things you hated.
I'm in between on this, but here's a part I vehemently hated about this. Actually, 2. So, Keith Lee is about to get on the fucking mic.
Yep.
And I guess he was scheduled to have a fucking match with Kona Reeves.
I guess.
And so he interrupts him before he can even speak. And I'm like, oh, God, they're still rushing, of course.
Yep.
And I could tell this was a fucking rush show. This honestly felt like I was watching a Monday Night Raw from like not even that long ago.
Yeah.
But it was like whatever. Because Lee ended up hitting a pounce on him right before Kona can speak. And I'm like, all right, at least they made up for it. And then he goes, you can ring the bell. And I was like, all right, I like that. And then he hits the Big Bang Catastrophe 1, 2, 3. I'm like, all right, cool.
I always
as
enjoy
they're
seeing...
showing the replay, and this is what fucking infuriates me. Dominic just comes out of fucking nowhere.
Yep.
Dijakovic's in the fucking ring. And this is his one moment to fucking shine on the microphone, and they fucking rush through it.
Yeah, it was bad.
No, I'm bullshit about this. I'm fucking pissed about this. This guy, it was his fucking moment, and you fucking rushed through it because you fit fucking 20 pounds of shit in a 10 fucking pound bag. Fucking unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. I don't give a fuck.
This maybe
was Dijakovic's moment. You had to fucking rush through it, and the only one that could shine in this fucking environment was fucking Keith Lee. Lee, he can shine in these kind of environments because he's literally a limitless athlete. He's a multi-tool fucking athlete. You can put him in anything. He'll knock it out of the park every time. Dijakovic is still not there. You needed to give him the proper allotted fucking time for him to shine on that fucking stick, and you did not fucking give it to him. Whoever the fuck booked that, fucking be ashamed of yourself.
And I'll be honest, I'm really not a fan that they're doing a rematch because I feel like we need to move on from Keith Lee and Dominic Dijakovic.
I'm fine. I'm fine with them doing a rematch. I'm fine with them doing a rematch if they do different shit every time. This is one of those feuds where I could see it going forever and people not getting sick of. You get those feuds all the time in fucking wrestling. I mean, for fuck's sake, we had a 4-match series with Kenny Omega and Okada. We had fucking several matches with Steamboat and Ric Flair. This is that kind of caliber match. So I'm fine with this if they decide to go for it. Whatever. But if you're going to do it to get Dijakovic over and have him get the North American title from Lee, you need to give him the proper time on the fucking microphone.
Actually, that wasn't the first time they did it on this show, actually.
Oh no, and we'll get to that. We'll get to the fucking that. So now we rewind back to the beginning. Strawn is about to fucking cut a promo after Cole cuts a promo, and then Dream just interrupts him with this fucking dream sequence.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it took me this long to fucking realize how dumb this whole fucking feud is, but it took this stupid fucking dream sequence for me to understand how fucking stupid this feud is. So, everybody remembers Roderick Strong and the rest of the Undisputed Era threw Velveteen Dream off a fucking production truck, threw a bunch of crates to fuck up his back, right? That's a kayfabe reason. So instead of going after the entirety of the era, who did it to him in the fucking first place,
Yep.
instead of targeting specifically Roderick Strong,
Yep.
and instead of the era going maybe to Velveteen Dream's house prior to this, and fucking with this house and scaring Dream's family, or I guess, I don't know if he has a family, but in this case, maybe beat the shit out of Leo Rush, who he considers a fucking brother in real life. So that would have at least justified that what happens next. Instead, just because the era threw him off the fucking truck, he decides he's going to go after Roderick Strong's family.
Yeah, it's dumb.
What?
Yeah, it was weird.
Why? Why? I can understand if it was that one night where he had the airbrushed on his tights as mind games, because that's Dream in a nutshell, and at least he was beating the fuck out of his primary target, and he was just using that to get. But now that's the basis of this fucking feud.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
Get rid of it.
I hope they do.
Get rid of it. I'm serious. End this program next week. I'm done with it after next week. I don't want to see it again. I'm dead ass. They fucked this program up. This was Monday Night Raw level fucking bad. And here's why I say that. I'm sick of cucking.
Yep.
Everybody is sick of cucking. Stop with the bullshit cucking storylines. We don't like it with fucking Otis and Mandy. We don't like it with fucking Rusev and Lana. And we damn sure don't like it with Velveteen Dream and Marina fucking Shafir. And by the way, here's another fucking problem with this whole fucking thing. Why is he going after Marina Shafir if none of the other horsewomen are going to be involved in this?
Yeah, she was not on the show at all.
She has been off the show since Shayna Baszler lost the NXT Championship, the NXT Women's Championship, to fucking Rhea Ripley. Why? Why are you bringing the horsewomen into this?
Yeah.
This was fucking stupid. This fucking feud is dumb. And by the way, towards the end of the fucking match, Dream was rusty, and you can fucking tell. And I could tell this guy's technically a rookie, and a lot of us forget how good he was before he had to go and leave. But he's still a rookie, so he was green as goose shit when he came back because he was injured. He had a fucking major back injury. So
that match was a bit rough.
It was bad. It was a bad fucking match. Yeah. And that did not help matters at all. So that whole program can fuck right off. I'm dead ass. That can fuck right off. Do not fucking bring that back. Do your fucking blow off and get this the fuck over with ASAP. This was dumb.
You can even tell the end of the show was rushed too, because the arrow lay him out, and then they don't even play the music.
And then that was fucking it. Oh, and by the way, that's not even the end of this. So that's not the end of my hatred for shit they did on the show. That felt like a fucking WCW mixed with Raw. Fucking next thing that fucking happens is I swear I was watching Raw when this happened. We get the same fucking match that we've been getting for fucking weeks with Kaden Carter and Chelsea fucking Green. Why do we need to see this match again?
And then and the match was not good. It was pretty bad. That was bad.
It wasn't. The match was getting somewhere. Not that I gave a shit, because I've already seen this match like 2 times prior to this. And instead of finishing the match, Bianca fucking Belair comes out. And by the way, if you were sick of promos getting interrupted by other promos, wait until you get fucking sick of a fucking match being interrupted by a fucking promo.
Yeah.
So Bianca Belair comes out, gets on the fucking microphone. She's all pissy because Charlotte Flair attacked her, and she said, I want you to come here next week, drops the mic, and walks out of the fucking ring. And then the match continues as if nothing fucking happened. Dead.
Yeah.
Chelsea Green character, dead. Robert Stone's character, dead. Fucking Kaden Carter, as if she wasn't already dead.
Yep.
You killed this fucking program. A program that was already dying at death already after 2 fucking matches. And I don't even give a fuck that Chelsea Green won now. What the fuck was this? This was Monday Night Raw bullshit.
I can also see why too. Chelsea Green had to beg for her tryout because she's really not that good. This is
she's fucking trash.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck anybody in WWE saw in her. She is fucking god awful.
Yeah,
holy shit.
because I've seen Kane Carter.
Peyton Royce is better than her.
Because I've seen Kane Carter have such better matches than that. Like, that was bad. Like,
why is she even Kaden Carter? Why the fuck did they just? Lacey Lane had so much more oomph.
Yeah. Actually, something else I liked on this show, the Finn Balor promo.
Yeah, that was fucking great. I actually like that Finn Balor promo a lot.
We're wondering what's next for him. I'm assuming I'd like to see him challenge for the belt, but since we've already seen Adam Cole versus Finn Balor, I don't think he will. So I don't know what.
Well, we'll see his next move next week. I'm actually looking forward to NXT just because of that. But
and
yeah, man, there are glaring issues with NXT, man, and the fact that they rushed this week.
Yeah.
The Bianca Belair bit where she just interrupted the fucking green match that no one gave a fuck about anyway, and then you just killed any momentum that it would have fucking gotten that they were building towards. And then the fucking Velveteen Dream, Roderick Strong bullshit, and just the constant interrupting of fucking promos.
So the only thing
and Dijakovic getting fucking cut off majorly when he should have had time to shine on the microphone.
So the only thing you didn't cover, I'll just cover it real quick, was Walt Mendoza and Joaquin Wilde lost to the Grizzled Young Veterans.
This was such a... You literally, honest to fucking God, I didn't mind the match, but you could have left this out.
Yeah, absolutely.
What the fuck was the point of having this match? Why the fuck are the Grizzled Young Veterans even in NXT right now?
I don't know.
Like, I swear Worlds Collide ended months ago. Why are they still there?
And then
are they smoking a bowl with fucking... Are they best friends all of a sudden behind the scenes with Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle all of a sudden? And they're smoking out of the Dusty Cup? What the fuck's happening here?
And then Grizzled Young Veterans, Zach Gibson goes to cut his promo and he gets like 2 words in. Like,
my God, that pissed me off. Your best fucking heel talker, and you fucking cut him off because you have to rush through everything. If you cut this fucking match out, this wouldn't have been a fucking problem.
Then later on,
you wouldn't have had to cut the promo, and then I wouldn't have had to be pissed off that he got fucking cut off.
And then afterwards, they're gonna set up, the Forgotten Sons are upset that they made fun of America. And, you know, this actually makes sense since Jackson Weichel legit...
That I liked. I liked that they finally did the right thing and turned the Forgotten Sons babyface, actually.
Yeah.
Because that's the logical way to go about that. I just don't understand. I just don't fucking understand.
And that's basically...
This show.
The other thing, too, it looks like they're setting up a match, either a Leo Rush heel turn or a match between Tyler Breeze and Leo Rush, because Leo Rush...
Yeah, that made no sense to me either. That made no fucking sense to me either. Why did Leo Rush act like a dick when Tyler Breeze was just giving him kudos?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's main roster shit, too. Like, why did NXT feel like a fucking episode of Monday Night Raw? Why did it feel like fucking Friday Night SmackDown? Not to the degree of horribleness that SmackDown is, but it felt like that haphazard booking that you would see on one of those shows.
Yeah, so that was it. That was NXT. This is
I'm sorry, by the way, for people that love NXT. All right, I love NXT. We just praised Takeover as being an A+ show. I don't know what the fuck this show was. This is like a fucking C.
Yeah, C-. I give it C-, 70 out of 100.
Bad show, NXT standards wise.
Yeah.
This felt like watching a Raw or SmackDown.
The only reason it was like a C- was that Cruiserweight Championship match. Actually, you know what? I'll give it a C.
No. There was a few good matches on the fucking show. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Even though the GYV match didn't need to happen, that was still a pretty damn good match. They had 3 good matches on the show that helped it, but bro, this was fucking haphazard as all hell.
I don't know what happened. Yeah. Since we're still on the topic of NXT, why not go? Did you see UK?
I did. Yeah, UK was actually the better version of NXT this week.
Which never happens.
This is the first week in a row. This is the first week this week. I really liked NXT UK.
It was great.
Except for Jenny. Fuck Jenny. She still pisses me off. She never fails to piss me off.
So, what was something though what was like your highlight of NXT UK?
My highlight was that fucking Jazzy Gabbert ditched Ginny. Yay.
So let's talk about that. So,
I'm happy about this.
Tom Phillips and Aiden English, who on commentary, were talking about like future episodes, and then Ginny just interrupts it, and Ginny like goes off saying basically that she
Was
dumped.
this a rib? Do you think they did this as a rib so that way this would be the fucking joke on UK later?
I don't know.
Oh, we interrupted everybody's promos on Wednesday, so on Thursday, Tom Phillips is just gonna fucking complain like every other member of the IWC about NXT. Is that the rib?
Well, it can't be though, because this was taped before this week's NXT happened though. So
they'll find a way.
But yeah, Ginny is going off talking about how she's the queen of NXT UK.
Yeah, fuck off. Bye.
I'd still.
You ain't my fucking queen. This feels like King Corbin level heat.
By the way, what I loved about this though is she basically does talk about Jazzy Gabbert and says that pretty much she went against me and I kicked her to the curb, pretty much. Because that is kind of true.
Her by name, by the way.
Yeah, but that is kind of true though, because once they started that storyline, the reports came out that Jazzy Gabbert asked for her release, which I think is hilarious. Like,
maybe she would like to be a part of Imperium instead.
Yeah, I really I don't understand why like the NXT team loves Ginny. I don't. She's awful. Like crap. Like, she's gonna hold. If she holds the belt, I'm skipping all of her matches as champion. Like,
yeah.
Because she's gonna get the belt at some point. So,
I hope to. I don't want her to. Please don't give it to her. I'd rather Toni Storm get the belt back.
Yeah. Well, but if Toni Storm gets the belt back,
fuck.
Yeah, so we need to
keep it on Kaylee Ray. I take it back.
Yeah, because then they can't do heel versus heel. So,
yeah, you can just have fucking Kaylee Ray bury Ginny. You ain't my queen, bitch.
Yeah, but anyhow, my favorite thing on the show was the Ilya Dragunov Joe Coffey match. That was a really...
Oh my god, the story in this.
Yeah, I loved it. I love how stiff the match was. I love the callback where Joe Coffey injured Ilya Dragunov's leg, because that actually made sense, because that's how Joe Coffey...
God, how good of a fucking seller is Ilya Dragunov, bro?
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
But I love that they did the leg injury, because that's actually how Joe Coffey lost the UK title match with Walter, which makes sense.
Yeah, that was fucking great. This match was just a fucking clinic. You want a good hard-hitting match? Watch this match, man. A Moscow Brute versus a fucking Scottish heavyweight is fucking fantastic.
I love the finish when Joe Coffey's going for Awa, best of the bells, and then Ilya Dragunov goes for his... the Russian European uppercut.
Torpedo Moscow.
Yep. And he actually hits his finish first, so it's kind of like, he looks so strong for winning too. I know we keep saying it, but this guy is so good. Like, this guy is so good now. Like,
and Coffey didn't look weak here. So what? And then what ended up happening after this is, Gallus was coming in to run, and they were gonna beat up on him until Coffey himself, Joe Coffey, stopped them.
Yep.
He's like, no. And then he goes up to him and he just says, you paid your debt. Because the whole storyline was there was a debt that needed to be owed.
Yep.
Where Coffey had his knee fucked up by Ilya by accident. And then when he did the same to Ilya and still won, Coffey was like, all right, man. You did good. You paid your debt. No trouble from us anymore.
Yeah.
And he walked off. I love that little show of respect by Coffey and Gallus towards the end. And this is pretty much all but confirmed that Gallus are babyfaces at this point.
Yeah, well, I'm not really sure. I'm still kind of not sure.
No, they're faces. They're absolutely baby faces.
They were faces in the feud with Imperium, though, and then they were heels on the last episode. Because they.
I think they're baby faces from going forward. I think they just needed to tie up that loose end so that way they could fully be baby faces and go from there.
Another thing I liked on this show was the the Tyler Bate Joseph Connors match. That was great.
That
Really
was
enjoyed
really,
that.
really good. That was a fucking great match.
It was a match.
Two great matches on the show, and you even had a decent match with Noam Dar's return.
I really like, but yeah, Tyler Bate won that match. I actually liked though how they had Joseph Connors try to pull out all the stops by drop toe holding him on the chair.
That was great.
And Tyler Bate did win. I typically would have said that Joseph Connors should have won, but I think when Devlin has a match in UK, it's gonna be him versus Bate for the belt. So you need to have Tyler Bate look strong if he's gonna have that match. So
I agree.
I actually
agree with that.
And I don't think Joseph Connors actually looked weak at all in defeat. So
neither do I.
So I just hope. So I'm happy about that. And then, like I said, I like the Noam Dar squash. He squashed Josh Morale. What's the second I saw Josh Morale come out, I knew he was getting squashed. So,
was he the guy who teamed up with Johnny Moss in WCPW?
I didn't watch much of WCPW, so I would know.
I feel like he was because they mentioned him that Johnny Moss fucking trained him.
Josh Morale though he did get some offense. I think he pulled out like a really good moonsault in this match. So
and then he landed on his feet only for his leg to get kicked out of his leg.
Yep.
Pulling it out hard there. I see Noam Dar.
Noam Dar won. And it looks like they'll set up a future match between him and Ligero because he does an interview on the website afterwards, and he basically calls out Ligero. So I actually want to see that match. Ligero.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to what they do next week. I really like the show, and I'll say it was a A-. I really enjoyed it this week.
The only so they did a build-up package too with the women's title match. I'm actually looking forward to that. It's the first I Quit match. When's the last time? When's the last time WWE's had an I Quit match? It's been a long time.
Ages.
And I think that's going to be when Tony Storm finally snaps and turns heel because that needs to happen. And then they actually set up a UK title match that's going to happen in 2 weeks with Dave Mastiff and Walter. I'm still excited about it, but I'm not as excited about it as I would have been because Dave Mastiff isn't as dominant as he was before Cardiff. He's kind of had a lot of losses lately, so I still think the match would be awesome, but I just it's not as exciting as maybe as it should be. I loved UK. I thought it was great. I'm gonna give it B+.
There you go.
I'm not doing A- because of Ginny. We don't do that.
Well, there was too many good things. That's why I gave it an A- was because of Ginny.
Then we have 205. That was a really good show.
Yeah.
Aiden English and John Quasto were on commentary for it. I don't know. I still think John Quasto's finding his way on commentary, but
we'll see what happens.
I gotta update these. So the Aiden English Gale-meter is at 0. He hasn't said anything gay lately, so I'm really disappointed about because I finally introduced this and he hasn't said anything recently.
He fucking knew.
Yeah.
I gotta stop it. Uh-oh. Hello? I'll stop the recording right now. $8 billion company!
Well, it wasn't even Skype. It was my laptop this time. What happened was my laptop, said we ran into an error and restarted the whole computer, so it messed everything up. So it's not even Skype.
Oh, so it's Microsoft's issue. Hold on. Let's see Microsoft's net worth. Microsoft's net worth. $500 million company.
So I don't know what happened. I think my computer freaked out. I have this spoon I hold, as you see, and I hit the wire on my microphone that's connected to my laptop, and it freaked out. It said we ran into a bunch of errors.
Oh shit!
I guess you're not allowed to hit wires anymore.
No, it will all turn bad.
So that's a rule of thumb. Don't hit wires when they're connected to your laptop. So
yeah.
Anyhow, though, let's get to 205. So
Yay, 205.
205 Live was a really good show. I think we were talking about John Quasto finding his footing on commentary, and then everything bugged out. Maybe we can't. Maybe that was John Quasto's fault. We're not allowed to talk about him on.
No,
commentary.
it's the fact that you mentioned the Gayometer.
Oh, maybe Aiden. Maybe Aiden English.
Aiden English's gayness.
So maybe that's what caused my computer to freak out. They didn't want to know about Aiden English's gayness. So,
That's a problem.
anyhow, though, let's talk about the show. What was your favorite match on the show?
Definitely the no DQ match. I mean, it's not even close.
Yeah, I love how
Arya Daivari and D. Brian Kendrick versus the Brit Am Brawlers.
I loved it.
They did a fucking Dudley spot.
Yeah, that was great. They fought all over the match was out of control before the match even started. Like, they duct taped Kendrick to the ropes, so it made it a 2-on-1 handicap. That's pretty much. But there was a ton of brutal spots. They hit the the draping DDT off of Oni Lorcan onto the table, and then
that was fucking nuts. And they also did the fucking Hangman's DDT on the poor Arya Daivari, and Brian Kendrick fucking duct taped to the bottom turnbuckle.
Yeah,
that was cool.
That match was great. Definitely go give it a watch. And what I love about this now, so then in 2 weeks, which is 2 episodes.
10-minute tag. You're gonna get a NXT versus 205 Live guys. Yay!
Not necessarily. We're getting the 205 Live new guys versus the 205 originals. Tony Nese is gonna captain the team, and Leo Rush.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, but some of the guys aren't really new, new, but have been on the brand before. Like Danny Burch has been on the brand since before they merged with NXT.
No, I know, but still.
So I can ask you the question. I'm gonna predict first. I think who's gonna be on the 205 Live Originals team is obviously Kendrick and Daivari. And I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say Gallagher will make his return and be on the 205 Live Original. And I know they're doing stuff with him on SmackDown, but just for 1 week only, I'm going to say Gulak will come back for 1 week only and be on the 205 Live Original team.
I think he should just move back down to 205 anyway.
Yeah, but...
him and Ali, where the fuck have they been?
And then for the new recruits, I'm going to say, obviously, I think Tyler Breeze will be on the team. I think Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch will be on the team. And I want to say Raul Mendoza, but he's technically an original, though.
Cruiserweight Classic, yeah.
I guess that doesn't count though, because they say he's a new guy, but and I'll say I'm gonna say to probably not Devlin because he's too heel to be on anybody's team. I'm gonna say and he can't be on the originals.
NXT UK comes and invades, stops the match from happening at the end.
I'm gonna say also Isaiah Swerve Scott will be on the new recruits.
Yes, I agree.
But if it's not Gulak and Gallagher, it will probably be the Sin Brothers because they're technically originals.
Fuck.
Yeah, not a fan of that, but yeah, that main event was great though. And then I really enjoyed that opening match with Joaquin Wild and Raul Mendoza. Like the fact that Raul Mendoza got a win, and I think they're gonna
I enjoyed that.
We're gonna get a third match, so I don't think it's complete 50-50 booking, and whoever wins that third match will be. Overall over. So I like.
Who is what was the other match that happened? I forgot already.
Tyler Breeze versus I think it was
one of the Singh brothers, right?
I think it was Samir Sin. Yeah.
Fuck.
That was the match was decent. The Sin brothers act is just so bad. Like it's just getting brutal.
It used to. I was gonna be hyped for it, and then they fucking turned them heel, and now they're cringe.
Very cringe. I love though that that's the only gimmick that Aiden English hates, and I didn't talk about it because we didn't do an episode that week, and I forgot to. I love how one of the weeks they came out, Aiden English broke his pencil, because he hates it so much. It was hilarious. I
like that.
But yeah, I still thought 205 Live was a great show. I'll give it like a B+, 88 out of 100.
Same here.
Now let's go and. They actually talked about since you weren't on that.
Oh yeah, Mike Kanellis returned.
Not this week, but recently, yeah.
Yay!
And I guess though, could he be on the 205 Live original? Because he's not an original, but he's been on the brand for a long time. Or does he not count?
I don't fucking know.
We'll find out. We're gonna find out who's gonna be on it next week. Or this week, anyways.
Bring the fucking kingdom to NXT by this point. Come on.
I know. Well, didn't Taven just re-sign his contract? Or no?
Fuck. All right, never mind.
Yeah. All right, so let's go over War. What did you see on War? Because I know you watched clips.
Okay, so I didn't particularly see anything other than the Matt Hardy thing with Randy Orton.
All right, so I'll talk. A lot of people think this segment was pointless, which I largely agree, but I still thought it was very enjoyable.
Yeah, I agree.
So originally,
I thought they did it well.
Originally, there's actually a Vince call. They were going to do like a big, long, drawn-out, no-holds-barred match. And Vince was like, that doesn't make any sense, weirdly enough, because he just got concertoed. It doesn't make sense to do a 50-50 match. So Vince had the idea to do the segment they did this week. How weird is that? It was Vince that actually made this call. Like,
at that point, well, you know what? I applaud him for finally making sense for once. He still ultimately didn't because they already announced it.
Yeah. So.
Fuck off! You false advertising again, you fucking prick.
But
or subject to change. Yeah, fuck off with your cop out.
Yeah, but Randy Orton was gonna talk about I don't even know what he was out there for, honestly. I forget what he was saying, but basically Matt Hardy comes out and he's in a neck brace and he is still pissed at Randy Orton about what he did to Edge, and he wants him to still give a reason. I think it's hilarious because he interrupts him every time he goes to give his reason, so I think that's hilarious. And Randy Orton then says, you know what, I have a lot of respect for you. I don't want to, have to hurt you again. So he leaves, and you think the segment's going to be over. His theme song plays and everything, but then he goes back to the ring, and he just kills Matt Hardy, pretty much. He destroys him with a chair, and he does the concerto this time while he's on the steps.
He heard voices in his head. They told him to delete Hardy. They talked to him.
I believe he told him. I believe he did it twice too.
Yeah, he concertoed on him twice.
Afterwards, Matt Hardy had to be stretched out, and on his YouTube channel recently, I think it's the most recent video. He just go watch it. He basically, I really hope this is it for Matt Hardy, and he can go in AEW and be the leader of the Dark Order, because I really want to see that happen.
I agree.
I love this segment, though. It was a perfect way to write Matt Hardy off again. I understand Rebby Hardy doesn't like this because she thinks her husband should be used better, but I feel like this was a great way to write him off. Because this is someone that, Edge has been at least somewhat close to and such. And Edge has a lot of...
Stop fighting over fucking sour grapes, bitch.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't like WWE main roster either, but you don't see me being, fucking shitting on a thing that's actually doing good.
So I'll go over everything else that happened on Raw.
Yeah, be quick about it, please, because I don't think anything else mattered, really.
Eric Rowan wrestled Aleister Black.
No one cares.
It was actually a very good match, believe it or not, actually, though.
Yeah, no shit, because Aleister Black's in the fucking match.
Aleister Black won, and yeah, it was very good. Charlotte Flair
did what? Actually, I'm confused on that, because why are they building up Eric Rowan, and what the fuck's in his cage if he's going to just lose?
Because no one cares about that storyline.
Okay, so what you're saying is they should end it.
Yes.
So fucking end it, please. Next.
And plus, you can't really... I like that Aleister Black's being pushed really well. He's on, a big win streak, so... Charlotte Flair did a promo. I think we kind of covered this already. This promo was not that good, but it was... whatever. That's another thing that's a Vince idea, too, was Charlotte Flair going after the NXT Women's Championship.
Why did you win the Rumble? You fucking idiot!
Riddick Moss retained his 24/7 title against Mojo Rawley and R-Truth. Who cares? Drew McIntyre beat MVP. He looked very strong, which is very necessary since he's facing Brock Lesnar. Him and Heyman had a promo. You could clearly tell they want to just get through the Saudi show because they're basically undercutting Ricochet's, which, fine with that. I really don't care about that because they don't really talk about that much. That Ricochet has a title match. It's unless he's on the show, but I always skip that part of the show. I have not watched a Ricochet match since Survivor Series, to be honest, because he's been involved with crap. Becky Lynch did a promo. They're doing a women's elimination chamber match with the Wyatt Squad.
Why did
Shayna
Charlotte Flair win the Royal Rumble if Shayna was going to challenge Becky Lynch? You fucking idiots!
They did a promo with Shayna and Becky, which was very enjoyable.
Oh, wait, I know why. Charlotte, you're a spoiled bitch. Here's to ya.
Kairi Sane.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. Here's a classic. Both of these middle fingers. There you go.
Kairi Sane won beat Natalya by countout. That was terrible.
Who cares?
We had a sermon from the Monday Night Messiah. This was actually really good. He basically said Phase 1 is complete. Phase 2 is to get new recruitment. I guess Phase 1 wasn't complete, though, because Kevin Owens and the Viking Raiders still showed up. Later on in the show, they had a 6-man tag, and
oh my god, again?
Owens and the Viking Raiders were on the verge of winning, but Rollins caused a DQ, which I didn't like that at all.
Why are they doing those tag matches? Shouldn't that have been the Mania match? Fucking 6 or 8-man tag. Why are they fucking doing it every week on Raw?
Then the Street Profits make the save, and I would love this, but gotta get that Saudi money, though, so whatever. And then that's basically everything from Raw. Raw actually was a good show from what I saw of it. I really can't grade it, though, because I skipped 2 very important segments of the show, because it had to do with either Saudi Arabia or the Bobby Lashley-Lana storyline, so I was not having
Which I will always refuse to watch.
Yeah.
And
then SmackDown. I only watched probably
Can we just here are the highlights from SmackDown. Otis was heartbroken by Mandy and Dolph again, but it turns out that Mandy
didn't send a text.
Mandy's actually getting kicked by Sonya, really, because Sonya's telling her who to date as opposed. Yeah. That's the story. That's the only good thing. That was the only highlight. Everything else, dog shit. There you go. Done. That's
actually, the Bella Twins are going into the Hall of Fame. Which,
no one cares.
Yeah, and then Daniel.
God, no one cares.
So that's
no one cares about a moment of piss.
Actually, that segment though was pretty damn terrible. Everyone says it was a feel-good moment. I didn't care for that at all.
Hey, how about this one? How about fucking Miss Elizabeth? Donut.
Some WWE news I'll break real quick. WrestleMania, was it? We're on 36 now, right? Yeah, we're on 36.
36.
The card change has been very recent. So a few weeks.
Oh yeah. So basically, what I said was going to happen, that they were going to go with Goldberg instead of the Fiend. Told you. I fucking called it because they at this point everyone's like, but the Fiend needs to win. It's dead. Hate to break it to y'all. The Fiend has been fucking dead since Hell in a Cell. They rushed him to the Universal Championship way too fucking soon. If they wanted to fucking wait, which is I don't think it's in Vince McMahon's fucking vocabulary, they would have waited until Goldberg beat whoever the fuck he beat for the Universal title at this fucking Sweet Saudi Money 5 Staying Alive. And then him and Roman would have been the fucking marquee match for the Universal Championship, which I actually would like to see, not under these circumstances, but they buried the Fiend, so at this point, whatever, give me a more fucking credible match. I don't give a fuck about the Fiend anymore. If they'd had waited for the Fiend to win the Universal title after WrestleMania and had him beat Roman Reigns at the next pay-per-view, then he wouldn't beat the man who beat Bill Goldberg clean for the Universal Championship.
Then,
but what the fuck do I know?
Other Mania matches rumored is what's going on with John Cena. We still don't know yet. We really probably won't know until SmackDown this week.
No.
It's either going to be Elias. Please no.
I swear to God, fuck that.
The Fiend.
We've seen that already.
I don't really want to see the Fiend because it's way too late. If Cena puts him over, it's going to mean nothing. He should have done it years ago. So,
if he did, this gimmick wouldn't have even needed to exist.
Yes.
So,
Goldberg, which I would like to see Goldberg versus Cena. Wouldn't mind seeing that. Or what was the other one? I forget. I think Roman. Yeah. Wouldn't be opposed to it.
I mean, Cena versus Roman, we've already seen though. It's just like the only matches that you could do are at this point now with the fucking way they've structured this is Cena versus The Fiend. That's the only.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Like that. That's it because Goldberg and Roman is the more. And here's the thing: if you have The Fiend beat Goldberg, The Fiend's gonna get cheered and Roman's gonna get booed and we're right back to fucking square one again.
Yeah.
I'd much rather cheer for the man who beat The Fiend, or cheer for the man. I'd much rather cheer for Roman Reigns against the man in Goldberg who beat The Fiend. I'd much rather that outcome.
And I'll say this
too.
Oh
well, The Fiend's fucking sacrificed. Too little, too fucking late. Guess what? He had his moment under the fucking sun. He finally had a legitimate world title run. Good for him. They still rushed him to it. He could have had a lot longer of a run. Blame WWE Creative on that one. Now they're in this boat. They need to book Roman versus Goldberg. There's no other fucking match at WrestleMania, especially, by the way, if they're going to ESPN Plus, that's going to entice the casual fan to watch. That's just the fucking simple fact of the matter.
I'll say this too: if the Fiend drops the title at Super Showdown, it won't get as negative a reaction because the Saudi Arabia people don't care. Like
no one gives a fuck. In fact, from the last time from what I heard, they booed the Fiend there.
Yeah,
they didn't like the Fiend.
So really, I wouldn't be opposed.
So if he loses to Goldberg, that's a feel-good moment for them. Everybody else gets fucking pissed at him in America, but guess fucking what? I got pissed at Hell in a Cell, and then I stopped giving a shit.
Yeah.
That's it.
But one other match, though, Undertaker's match at WrestleMania. He actually has some appealing matches that they've talked about. Sting was one of them, which I wouldn't be opposed to seeing that. But AJ...
I am, because I'm sick of it.
Also...
Styles, no. Aleister Black is the only person that makes sense.
I wouldn't mind that either.
He's the guy that should be the guy. Styles, honest to God, if they were going to have Sting fight anybody, Sting should fight Styles.
I wouldn't be opposed to that either.
But I would rather Sting just not be on the card at all and have Styles fight somebody that needs to, the rub.
Yeah.
Styles. I'll put it to you this way. Personally, I think that Styles, because if you don't do Aleister, here's the thing. You're not going to get another opportunity, and he's already broken his fucking word anyway. Book Shawn Michaels, do the fucking match.
I wouldn't mind that.
AJ Styles, Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. That's what I do. AJ Styles, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker versus... you know what? Fuck it. Undertaker versus The Fiend. Styles versus Shawn Michaels. And then you could have Aleister Black, if you wanted to, actually kind of insert himself in The Fiend's business. And you know what? To give him credibility, have him be the first guy that's not a heavyweight to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal before that.
Yeah, he would.
There you go. Done. I just set your whole fucking program up for the next 2 fucking months.
I guess we have to talk
about
about
Aleister Black, which would make a lot more sense for the Fiend, I'm sure, to have a match to win.
I have to talk about some news that's going to really piss you off, though. I mean, I don't think you're surprised about it. Ticket sales of WrestleMania are not good this year. Really bad.
I'm not shocked. No, I'm not shocked. And you know what? Hold on. How bad are we talking? Are they not sold out yet?
Not sold out. Well, as of last week, they weren't sold out yet. And I think they're still not sold out yet. Because, which is, at WrestleMania last year, sold out like in minutes.
Hey, remember, hey, do you remember the Royal Rumble and how it wasn't sold out?
Yep.
Guess what, idiots? Too little, too fucking late. Maybe you shouldn't have booked that debacle Hell in a Cell finish, huh?
And then this isn't just bad for WWE. It's bad for like all of the wrestling companies that run in that area.
Yep.
That fall back on WrestleMania.
Might as well not even bother. Might as well start going to AEW events to capitalize on their momentum. Honest to God.
I'll tell you, something else hilarious too.
And they'll let you. They'll let you. They don't give a fuck.
I'll tell you something else that's hilarious too. You know the travel packages, right? How they sell out usually in seconds.
Yeah.
SummerSlam travel packages as of last week weren't sold out, and they went on sale like Tuesday, and it was like Friday when I checked. That's hilarious. Come on, I know you want to laugh.
Fuck them, man. I mean, we called this. I called this 5 years ago that they were. And by the way, everyone's like, "Well, the metrics are up. The TV revenue's up." Every other fucking metric was fucking down.
Yeah, we talked.
I said this last episode on the rundown. Every other fucking metric is down. They're down. House show attendance down. That's why they cut back. Fucking even the Royal Rumble this year down.
Yeah.
This isn't good. For them.
One other thing is
I don't give a fuck because they get what they deserve. They have fucking pissed and shit on all of their fan base for so fucking long that they get what they fucking deserve finally. Yeah. I don't feel bad for them whatsoever.
One other thing. This isn't really bad news, this is just news. Triple H might not be wrestling at WrestleMania this year.
Good. I don't care.
Because
let him run NXT.
Yeah, I don't really want to see Triple H wrestle WrestleMania this year. I wouldn't be opposed. This will be his first Mania that he hasn't wrestled on since 23. So, because he was injured in 2007.
Yep.
Let's get to AEW now.
The best wrestling show of the entire fucking week.
Well, first we got to review AEW Dark. Not on the dock yet. Someday.
I did not watch Dark, I don't think, this episode. I think I forgot to watch it. You only gave me 2 shows on a list, by the way. On text.
Well, I figured you watched Dark, that's why.
I did not. I forgot to.
This was episode 20. This was called Austin, Texas. I shouldn't have to tell you why. The host was Tony Schiavone. I think he misses Dasha Gonzalez. I think he's missing her.
Very sad.
Very sad, because he does the control center now with Jen Decker, and it's not the same as when he does it with Dasha Gonzalez. Like I think he misses her. Like
you can tell the man needs his hoe. Yeah. Give him back his hoe.
The commentary team was Excalibur and Taz. Like I said, that's going to be the permanent team for Dolk, which I think Taz should be on Dynamite, but I understand. Like I think,
especially after this week, he fucking did great here.
Yeah. Chris Statlander defeated Diamante. I think that's how you say that. That was a fairly good match. It was pretty one-sided, but Diamante did get some offense in, which makes sense with what they do with Dynamite. Best Friends defeated TH2. This was to set up the Battle Royal. They attack Orange Cassidy during the match, and they do a funny thing where behind the ref's back, he's supposed to like do the spot where the one the turnbuckle when he throws them off, but since he doesn't care, he's just hitting their knees like nonchalantly. Big Swole, Big Swole defeated Christy James. She's new to AEW. I don't know if it's just a one-time thing, but whatever. I like Big Swole though, so I always enjoy seeing her wrestle. And then QT Marshall and Peter Avalon lost to the Young Bucks. Why
is QT Marshall heel again?
He's not heel. They didn't get along. So,
oh.
and he was trying, and Peter Avalon kept trying to cheat, and QT Marshall wouldn't let him. So eventually, Peter Avalon just decked him in the face. So, that was AEW. It was actually a good show. It doesn't sound like it with the one-through I did, but the matches were good. The best match was probably the two matches I would recommend would be TH2 versus Best Friends and QT Marshall and Peter Avalon versus the Young Bucks.
Well, gee, I wonder what the amount of talent that's in the ring. I wonder why.
Then we have Dynamite for this week.
Yay!
Maybe the best episode.
Well, it is their best episode.
Well, I have a biased opinion because I was at one of the shows, so
it's their best show. Bro, you can't even tell me that. You can't tell me that being there, if you weren't there live, this wouldn't be the best fucking show.
Oh, I would, yeah.
Come on.
What was something that actually I'm gonna go first because I've been asking you. Obviously, the highlight for me was the cage match with Cody and Wardlow. So I really enjoyed this cage match. They did an interview earlier on the pre-show with MJF, and they even mentioned like Wardlow has no tape for Cody to study, which I'm assuming is false because I'm assuming he's wrestled before, but I'm gonna go with it because maybe his matches haven't been recorded anywhere.
Oh no, they have. So, although they're very rare to find, it's like he was a B-level talent.
Yeah, so
like he was just breaking out when they got him.
So there's basically no footage for Cody to study, pretty much. Then,
yes. So this guy is actually really brand new.
So we had the cage match. That cage looked awesome. Like,
by the way, notice the rules.
Only pinfall or submission you could win, which I liked.
Who did that first?
Yep. Well, actually, didn't Impact do it first? Because I know Impact.
Yeah, true. But the cell block concept, though.
Yeah.
Because I'll be fair enough to admit, if they got it from us, I'm happy with it because that means we contributed something to the wrestling business, and my ego wants to say yes, we did. And the second thing is, they actually did it better than we did because they actually made a whole cell.
Yeah.
Which I liked.
But in all fairness, though, you can't make a whole cell, though, because of the game, so...
Yeah, the game's limitations. Fucking bullshit.
Question, though, was the rule in the match you couldn't leave the cage? Because that wasn't specific. No. Pinfall submission only. A lot of people got confused by this. But the whole reason of the cage door opening was because Wardlow threw him into it. That was to get over the power of Wardlow. Yeah, absolutely.
Was that he hit Cody so hard that he broke the lock of the door and swung it open with Cody's body.
Well, I wasn't sure if they had that rule, like, if you leave the cage, you lose. So
No, it was pinfall or submission only.
Can you imagine that happen, by the way? Like, someone leaves the cage on purpose just because they don't want to work that day, so they just lose.
So you mean... what's his face? So you mean Lex Luger?
Sure, why not? Just leaves. Anyhow, though, this match was great. I really loved how it really put over the power of Wardlow. Because Cody was throwing everything at him. He even did, like, his disaster kick, and it had, like, no effect on Wardlow. Wardlow busted him open, like, minutes into the match. And actually, because of the way the cage was set up, which I really liked, you could actually had some space to do stuff, like, in between the ropes and the cage, which was kind of cool.
That looked brutal, bro. I like that a lot. I hope he didn't get injured. That may have been how he got injured, with a minor injury, I think.
And they actually bring up, that Arn Anderson and Cody's dad had a history in the cage because he broke his ankle inside a steel cage. So MJF tried to have.
And I love how they were trying to shoehorn in hot ones.
Yep.
That was hilarious. I want to watch that show now because I love Sean Evans.
Same. So MJF tried to get Arn Anderson to slam the door into Cody's head, and he teased it like he was going to do it, but instead Arn Anderson hit
right in MJF's face.
Yep. And MJF handed Wardlow the diamond ring, but instead Cody got the diamond ring, and he hit Wardlow with it, which was cool. Brandy Rhodes smashed MJF. I think it was supposed to be the back, but she just ended up hitting him in the ass with the steel chair.
Which is fine. And then I love how MJF actually no-sold it and is like, he was about to punch Brandy until Arn just drew him over the barricade. That was cool.
And Cody didn't win with the crossroads, though. He actually won with a moonsault off of the steel cage.
Bro, so he took the diamond ring that was given to Wardlow. He took it off his finger after he knocked him out. Yep. Then he hit him with the punch. Crossroads, 1-2. Wardlow just barely kicks out, but he's still out of it. And everybody's like, well, he didn't get... like Jim Cornette says, oh, they didn't do a babyface fuck. He just beat him fair and square. No, he didn't. He still beat him with the gimmick. But the difference is, because Wardlow's so fucking massive, he still was able to kick out, and he was still, like, loopy. And he stood on his own feet. So they actually made up for that in that context. And then he climbed up to the top of the cage, and he did the fucking greatest moonsault of his entire career to pin Wardlow. This is the best way to beat Wardlow and still keep him looking strong.
Yeah.
This was fucking fantastic.
Because I actually thought what was going to happen was Wardlow would win the match, and, Cody could still get his match with MJF since he had the cage match, but I actually think this is a lot better.
And he was bleeding, by the way. Cody was bleeding. He got color in this.
Yeah. Cody actually ended up injuring his toe, too, with the moonsault, which I think
I think I'm hearing reports that it was because of one of the spots being thrown into the cage and he got trapped between the apron and the cage.
I had the reports it was the moonsault, so...
Fair enough. Well, point is, it's not a major injury. He'll be good to go at Revolution.
Yeah.
Thank God.
after the show went off the air, he even did a nice promo where, he talked about how since this is in his hometown, this is where he fell in love with wrestling and everything like that.
That was such an awesome promo. And you could tell how humble he is, too. This guy means every word that he said. And he said, you're damn right, in Atlanta, GA, my hometown, I'm going to dive off that fucking cage.
Even after that, and I read the report today that
dude, the minute he kicked out, you could see the concern on Brandy's face, by the way. I was like, oh no, he's going to dive off. Oh no, he's going to dive off the fucking cage.
not MJF, Tony Khan tried to talk him out of doing the moonsault off the cage, too. But he was insistent.
He was not doing it. He was not doing it. And hey, he only got a minor injury, so it's okay.
Yeah. And I just want to point this out, by the way. This show was awesome, and the wrestlers had their own say about how they wanted to structure these matches. Cody had his own say in this match. The Young Bucks basically booked the Battle Royal. Kenny Omega booked the tag match, and he also booked a women's match on this show. Well, that's it, because those were really the only matches on the show. I believe Jericho booked John Moxley, Jeff Cobb match as well. So, so that shows, like, you should just let the wrestlers structure the matches.
The fucking show, yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen any of these yet, but even Arn Anderson talked about on the Coach's Corner, like, basically in a kayfabe sense about what the cage win meant. So I guess that's going to be a new thing on AEW every week now. So
that's fine. I'm fine with that.
And
everything about the show, this was the best fucking structured show.
Yes.
It was pay-per-view quality on TNT.
What was What was something? What was something that stood out to you on this show, though? Now that we've talked about.
Nyla Rose's fucking promo was fucking awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. I loved her promo. Like, her promo, she had so much fucking fire. And I actually thought it was going to be cringy when she brought up the fucking buzzing little bees until she did, I'm the queen of this hive. And I'm like, ooh, okay. I see that. I caught that, Nyla.
There's queens everywhere, apparently, when it comes to wrestling now. Raw, NXT.
Another thing I loved. Shivani slowly turning heel and possibly managing Britt Baker. Yeah. I don't know if you caught it, but him infatuated with Britt. And the fact that she gave him a cup of coffee with his fucking face on it. And instead of Starbucks, it says Shivani. I fucking love that. And he shows it on camera, and he's like all cocky, like, yeah, man. Yeah, that's right. Do you guys got a cup of coffee with your face on it? Well, I did.
Earlier, Chris Statlander defeated Shayna, whatever.
What if they took Shivani as manager for Britt Baker, made him the talker for Britt Baker, and then put Taz on the commentary booth, and then if they wanted an onstage interviewer, get David Marquez.
Yeah, I'd love it.
That, I think, would be the best role for everybody. I didn't realize how good Shivani was as a character until he started doing this stage things and until he started doing this shit with Britt Baker. He could really be a fucking manager, bro. I'm serious. Like, I see a lot of potential in Tony Schiavone.
Have you seen his, have you been watching Being the Elite lately, too, by the way?
I have not. I gotta see.
They're actually having, like, Matt Jackson make fun of him, like, working at Starbucks then by having him do it on Being the Elite every week. And they did a segment.
Oh, are you shitting me?
Yeah, they did a segment on Being the Elite where Tony Schiavone came into, like, the EVP room. And Matt Jackson was like, I need some advice because I want to learn from the best. And we think he's talking about the commentating booth. But instead, he wanted his advice of how to make a good cup of coffee. And Schiavone, like, went off on him and was like, yes, I had to work at Starbucks for a few years, but I had to make ends meet, and he just walked off.
Did he really? Was that real?
Yeah, this is a legit thing.
You're fucking me. He actually was a barista?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Are you shitting me? Oh my god, I thought that was just a thing they made up. Oh my god!
So something else, by the way, hilarious. I thought.
Give me a minute.
Yeah.
Give me a minute. The fucking guy was a goddamn barista at Starbucks. Hold on. Nah, I gotta call Mike. Nah, I can't even believe that's real. That's fucking real.
Yeah.
You're shitting me. Oh my god, hold on. Call Mike Marr.
Did you mean
yes. Go. I'm sorry. I have to here. I cannot believe you just dropped the fucking bomb on me. This is why I gotta start watching Being the Elite.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Honest to God, this is why I gotta start watching it. And I don't.
Welcome to Penis Pump Industries. We pump your penis whenever you need it to be pumped.
Well, good. I'm glad you said that on the air. I have a question.
You've been on this for 2 fucking hours?
No, for 3. Well, not even 3. We're about to get to 2.5. But I have a thing I gotta tell you that Owen just kind of dropped on me.
Did he shit on your chest?
No.
What?
Okay, well that's good that he didn't do that because that's considered scat. And that's not a good thing.
Okay. No. So this is the thing. So I don't know if you remember watching that fucking Britt Baker promo with Shivani on the Jericho Cruise, where she called him a shitty barista.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did remember that.
I didn't even know about this, but apparently Tony Schiavone was straight up a fucking barista.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I had no clue. I did not know this. And I just got the bomb dropped on me by Owen of all people, and because I didn't watch Being the Elite. Like, I had no clue that he was making fucking coffee to make ends meet.
Yeah, way back in the day before he was a color commentator, he was a barista.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought this was in between WCW and like.
No, dude, do you know how much money he made as a color commentator for the 5 to 6 years that he was fucking commentating for WCW?
Well, I mean, I'm sure a shit ton.
Like, he's the voice of WCW, and like Michael Cole was the voice of WWE forever.
All right, fair enough. I didn't know that was what he did prior to WCW.
You need to remember something that's really important. Because of the WWE Network's existence, which is why the WWE Network was such a fucking stupid idea.
Yes.
Because of that thing's existence, he gets royalty checks every single month.
I didn't even realize that. Yeah.
Dude, you have to listen. If you had a camera appearance, so Alex Wright is making money, yet he's doing.
Oh my God, bro.
Drew Meany is making money, yet he's probably just working the independent selling merch.
Oh my God, that's fucking hilarious.
That's why I said it was the dumbest thing in the world. You could, as I probably said.
So what you're saying is right now, Shivani's getting paid by 2 different wrestling promotions right now.
Shivani gets an annual check from the company that does all the archiving for WWE.
That's fucking nuts. That's nuts. All right, cool.
Well,
to my knowledge, I'm correct on that factor because they do it all the time for television shows and movies. I think it might work the exact same way for WWE. I don't know. Dude, JR's making a fucking mint.
Hold on 1 second, because Owen's got to say something.
Because I want Mike on for this. The WWE Network is the demise because Tony Khan has a lot of his influence from Dynamite from the early days of WCW, and he literally just watches stuff on the network, so he could literally go on the network and just get ideas from that. Like,
well, here's the part that really fucks WWE over. I don't know how loud I am. I don't know if I'm even getting.
Yeah, no, you're definitely. I'm using my my typical mic. You're fine.
Okay. Here's where you fuck up when you make the network. You not only made WCW and WWF available, but you made all of the ECW storylines available as well.
Yeah, which is where they got the strapping idea from, I bet.
Well, I mean, that's just the strap match has always been a thing.
I'm talking about the strapping segment.
On top of the fact that, if I remember correctly in the archives, it's WCW all the way to when it was WCCW.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it goes from WWF all the way to.
It goes all the way back. It goes way back.
All the way back to WWF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I wanted to ask. I didn't know you knew that, but okay, so that was before WCW. I didn't know he was working at Starbucks.
James, I want you to know how much fucking money JR is getting paid.
Well, I know, but he's doing the barbecue business.
WCW and WWE forever.
And not just that, and AEW now, and the fact that he sells his own business of barbecue sauce.
You gotta put your barbecue shoes on.
Slobber knocker millions, buddy. Slobber knocker millions.
I'm just saying, it's.
All right.
That's why a lot of people actually go to WWE. Is the fact that the network exists. If I only wrestle for like a couple months and get to those pay-per-view dates,
yeah, you're gonna get royalty checks.
Then yes. I'm fine because eventually it's gonna go on the network and I get a chunk of change.
Hey, all right, so that was it. I'm gonna get back to the show real quick, but I do have I did want to bring you on for that because I had no idea about that, and I found that hilarious.
No. You need to be honest. You just really wanted me to. I bet Mike doesn't even know that this is information.
I thought you wouldn't, but if you knew that.
Motherfucker, I followed Tony Schiavone for years. He's like my third favorite commentator in history.
Well, there you go. Well, oh, by the way, before I get off the air with you, or at least off the phone with you, what do you think of Shivani possibly being the manager of Britt Baker?
I'm okay with that if they decide to go that angle. I don't really see the issue.
Have you seen the skit where Shivani has a Starbucks cup, but instead of Starbucks cup, it says Shivani, and then it has his face on the cup.
Yeah, I've seen it.
That's hilarious to me. It's fucking great.
That's parody. That's under parody law because it's a parody item. And absolutely, if I was AEW, I would start selling those.
I would too.
Yeah.
Like, you know how like when you go to an arena and they have the WWE cups?
Oh, I would totally buy a Shivani Starbucks cup.
Yeah.
You go to the arena and buy a coffee, you get that cup.
Yeah.
I love it.
Limited. Like, make it like, we're only running this for a year, and then it's done, and then it's like a collector's item.
Yeah, that's
people
awesome.
People are just trying to fucking farm the cups.
That's awesome. That's a genius idea. All right, I gotta go. We're gonna go back to reviewing Dynamite. I just want to let you know about this shit.
All right, have fun with your baristas.
I will. Especially Shivani.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. Well, Mike made his appearance. There you go.
I guess I gotta send him his check too, since he made an appearance.
Bravo. Good meme.
But anyhow, so something else I loved. So the Chris Statlander and the Shauna match, which I really loved.
Oh, that was a fucking great. Yeah, that was the best women's match so far in AEW, I think.
Probably. No.
Oh my god! And by the way, if they ever do a women's tag division, I know who the fuck I'm teaming up. Shanna and Statlander.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Here's why. One dresses up like an alien, the other one thinks she actually is an alien.
Speaking of that gimmick, what I loved was Shivani and Excalibur trying to explain the alien gimmick to JR. Like, they'll explain a lot. She crashed like a ship here and all this places, and JR's like, okay, that's enough of that. Let's get back to the wrestling. Like, JR was just not having it. Like, I was laughing.
I love JR, man.
Like, I just love it.
I don't believe this nonsense at all.
Yeah. I love
you don't have to.
I love it too.
But guess what? Nobody actually believed that the Undertaker was dead either.
I did.
As a kid, yeah. Hey, I mean, as a kid, they'll probably think Statlander really is an alien, and they'll be like, "That's so cool," and she'll get over.
But I still love it though. Like, JR just doesn't put it's him just being a grumpy old man. Like, it's great. Like, I love it.
I don't buy it. Oh, damn it. Oh, and he did another thing. Why is it always pie face? I like cake.
Yeah.
Why does it always got to be pie?
The women's division, though, like, it's getting better, but it's not going to get better overnight.
Wait, there was one thing that I found fucking hilarious. I don't know if you caught it. When Shivani got his cup, when Britt Baker gave Shivani his own cup, and he was like, "That's really cool, thanks." And then JR replies and saying, "Hey, does that cup come with Blue Chew for you?"
Yep.
You know what Blue Chew is, right?
What?
It's Viagra.
Damn. I did hear that, but I didn't know it was. Oh, like
no one else caught that, and I was the one guy who got it, and I found it fucking gold.
I also love to anytime something happened to the jaw region of anybody, Britt Baker was just breaking down like what they could do to their jaw. That was fantastic.
This fucking gimmick is getting over, man. And it only took like a few weeks. Britt Baker's coming into her own, man.
The only thing that's still
hopefully while she's training on promos and getting better at those, hopefully she's at the Nightmare Factory training in the ring.
Yes. The only thing I still don't like about the women's division is all the matches just seem really thrown together, like this Shauna Chris Statlander match.
I still liked it. They had that was a killer match. That was a fucking great match.
And obviously something I loved about this show was
Shauna and Statlander both fucking impressed me with what they can do, by the way.
Absolutely. And obviously, too, even though we know now, like, it's going to be Nyla Rose versus Chris Statlander, but it looks like they're setting up a future match between Chris Statlander and Big Swole. I'm assuming what could happen is they're still going to do the match this week on Dynamite. I would actually have Big Swole win and make it a triple threat because I would like to see that.
Yee.
Or, they could do they actually should make the ranking system out and actually have Big Swole win, and then that's how, Chris Statlander loses the opportunity, because I would make it that, every win and loss counts, but we'll see. Anyhow, then we have the tag team Battle Royal, which I love that tag team Battle Royal.
God. That was fucking great. And I love the fact that it's both members of a team have to be eliminated. And not one team is eliminated and another team's eliminated. I love that they fucking got rid of that fucking trope.
Well, at least here anyways. Highlights of the Battle Royal included, Jack Evans trying to dive and everyone, he just gets thrown out of there. That was hilarious.
I love Orange Cassidy's little spot where he saved Trent Beretta from getting eliminated.
I was mad at the bunny for a low blow on him.
That was great. That was great, but also I was mad.
How
dare you?
I was sad when
I love the big man match between the Butcher and fucking Luchasaurus. That was awesome, and I loved every minute of it.
I was sad. My heart broke when Luchasaurus got eliminated, as you would expect. I was very sad.
That was. I love what they did though, because I think what was it? It was the.
It was like
the best friend. I love how it was down to the best friends with only one member, the Young Bucks with only one member.
Yeah.
And then they had the Butcher and the Blade with only the Butcher in there. And then they also had the full team of Proud and Powerful in there.
Yeah. But meanwhile, because they did further the Dark Order storyline, so they had. I actually kind of like that it wasn't Evil Uno and Stu Grayson that was in it. It was John Silver and Alex Reynolds, because because they're the
team. They're now the real tag team. Because I personally think that. I think that maybe Evil Uno can be good in the role of he's the heavy, while also the talker. I think that Grayson should be a singles act.
Yeah, I like that.
He's really impressed me. Not that Evil Uno hasn't either, but Grayson's impressed me more.
But meanwhile, they had, they got eliminated by SCU, being Frank Kazarian and Scorpio Sky. And coincidentally, Christopher Daniels was not there. And something else to notice, so when the Dark Order was out there, this was the first time we've seen the guy that does the talking, in the actual, videos themselves. He was actually in the arena.
I did not expect him to come out.
Yeah, I always thought he'd just be in the videos, but I really like that he was actually there this time.
And he gave Shima a mask, and she was like, ah.
Yeah, he's thinking about it. And then,
that. Oh, I really liked the exchange between Shima and Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy.
Yeah,
I really liked that. That was fucking great. Watch this whole match.
Wait, you missed
fucking spots in it.
Well, you're missing one thing though, because it's actually kind of important. AEW threw in a red herring with the Dark Order. They had Raven in the crowd, making us think that he could possibly be the leader of the Dark Order.
Ooh. You know what else they did? They've been teasing Lance Archer with Everybody Lives, Everybody Dies. The Exalted One is near, the Exalted One arrives. Yep. So they're teasing everybody. They're teasing Christopher Daniels. They're teasing Raven. They're teasing Matt Hardy. They're teasing everybody. So they're pulling you all sorts of different directions, which I like. They're trying to make it unpredictable, even though it ultimately is probably going to be Hardy.
Yeah, if he doesn't, I feel like because they want to have a backup plan just in case. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but just in case Matt Hardy does resign with WWE.
Yeah, I very much doubt it though. At this point,
I know
he's definitely all elite.
Well, I doubt it too, but they should have a backup in case he does though. They shouldn't. They need to have a backup plan, because if he does resign, then they're screwed if they didn't come up with a backup plan.
Wait, does that mean when he joins the Dark Order and is the Exalted One, he calls Evil Uno Brother Uno?
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, let's go.
What would he call
Grayson, Brother Grayson. Reynolds, Brother Silva.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, but the Young Bucks team ends up winning, which I was obviously fine with, because it makes the most sense to do that match.
Yeah, I agree.
later on in the show, Omega and Paige retained their tag titles against the Lucha Bros. That was awesome.
Clinic, by the way.
That was awesome. Like,
was there anything else on this show? Was there like promo packages? I feel like there were. The Cody package with Wardlow was awesome too.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was fucking great.
But I love the tag title match. I love the fact that they're gonna go with the Young Bucks versus Kenny Omega and Adam Page. A lot of people might complain though. Why did the Lucha Bros get a tag title match if they have the number 5 ranking? I can explain it because they beat Payman Page and Kenny Omega twice.
Exactly. Once on December 18th, and the other time in the 8-man tag 2 weeks prior. So
that's the thing about the rankings. You should make the rankings matter, but I feel like that outdraws it because if you beat the champions twice, that automatically should get you like a tag title match. Like,
yes,
no question.
I'm looking, and by the way, this week especially after this fucking stellar show, was there anything else we missed? Because I feel like there was so much good shit on this show.
So let's get to it. Moxley versus Jeff Cobbs. That was awesome.
Fucking great. And Taz was awesome on that show. On commentary.
I wish Taz could be the permanent third guy. The question is, if Shivani becomes a heel authority figure, does he still host AEW Dark though?
No, he wouldn't become a heel authority figure. He'd just be the manager for Britt Baker.
Well, does he still host AEW Dark though? Because you need someone to host AEW Dark every week.
Yeah, fuck it. Get what's his face? I just said his name, David Marquez, and get him to co-host Alex Marvez. Get the Marquez and the Marvez.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah.
There you go. And then you could have that, and plus, I think Alex Marvez is good as that analyst anyway. Yeah. So you put him in that role, and you put him in with David Marquez and Taz.
Well, Taz has to be on
he has to be on commentary. Then Dasha.
Yeah.
And there you go, done. Tony Schiavone. Tony Schiavone seems happy with Britt Baker than he did with Dasha. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Adam Cole better be jealous. Because he can do nothing about it because he's in another company. So, Adam Cole may have to negative.
Enough to be her dad. You're old enough to be her dad.
Let's get the Jeff Cobb John Moxley match. I thought was awesome.
Yes.
I really loved how Moxley was like all taped up and he had the eye patch all over him. Like he looked like he'd probably been like run over by a bus or a truck. I don't know.
Oh yeah. I loved also after the match. I actually we'll talk about during the match. The suplexes Cobb hit. I did not know that until Taz pointed out he competed in the Athens 2004 Olympic Games.
Which I think was something we really need Taz for because it seems like he's very knowledgeable when it comes to that type of stuff.
He's the professor. He's the Professor Taz.
Yeah.
He's Mike Tenay.
I know, which is kind of ironic.
That's nuts to me. And he sounded the best he's sounded behind the booth in ages, by the way.
Yeah.
Ages.
It could be I want to know if it is because like Taz is a fresh like voice we haven't heard in a while, so maybe
no, it's the fact that he sounded different. Like when he was being that serious man, like that, calling what was happening, being the analytical guy, like what every single move's doing, and even being in touch with the storyline, like and talking about like, oh, he went after his blind side. He sounded serious. He sounded like he was all business. I'd never heard of that side of Taz until tonight. And it was a fucking refreshing sight. Not that I don't like the typical Taz we get. Yeah, Biggs! Yeah. But, man, this was a great and fresh version of Taz I've never seen.
Well, let's get to the finish, though. I really like how they did the finish, because they were kind of booked in a corner, because they couldn't have Moxley lose, because he has his title match coming up with Chris Jericho.
But instead of Cobb trying to get the win, he was just trying to make him suffer.
Yeah.
Cost him the match.
Yeah, and he actually loses because of that superplex from the top rope, and Moxley just is able to get his weight over him and roll him up for the win. It was actually a good way to use the... I'm not going to do that whole fluke roll-up, most devastating move and all, because it was actually a great way to utilize that. So,
yes, I agree.
Then we have... the aftermatch was even better. Like, Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Jake Hager, who were all inside, well, with tickets and such. Can you imagine, by the way, if you couldn't buy a ticket, Jericho just screwed you out of that real fast.
Right? Exactly.
That should
God
be
damn you, Jericho!
They all start to beat down Moxley, and then Dustin Rhodes runs out, and because he has this match with Jake Hager coming up, he beats him up
down, and then he's getting beat down by the rest of the Inner Circle, and then out comes Darby Allin, and even Taz pointed out, "What a pop!"
Yep. He skateboards down to the ring. And he starts beating everybody down. He actually does like a double stomp while the skateboard's on Sammy Guevara's back, which was really cool.
Yeah, he did an ollie as Excalibur put it off the back of Guevara, and he just used the skateboard as a fucking weapon.
Yep.
Right after that happens, and he lays out the rest of the Inner Circle, and Hager, by the way, Hager fucks off with dealing with Dustin, by the way.
They're doing a real good job protecting Jake Hager. Like, he never gets beat down, never.
You know what I fucking love too? After all that happens, Cobb is still down, and he's wondering what the fuck was going on, and they're all, he's with the Inner Circle, and then they're all going to the back. And then during the split screen, he has a bunch of sites essentially saying, "You took my voice. You took everything, but now we're going to retaliate. Mox will take the title, but I will take so much more. At Revolution, I promise I will hit you up and take your voice." And I'm like, oh, I fucking love this program between Sammy and this is going to be a fucking sleeper match. I'm telling you, this is going to fucking blow the roof off the fucking place.
Actually,
this Darby and Sammy.
I think the sleeper match actually is going to be Dustin Rhodes and Jake Hager. I think that's going to surprise a lot of people, too.
Dude, there's a lot of fucking matches I'm looking forward to at Revolution. Yeah. This card is looking fucking great.
Dynamite's... I think that's why I didn't enjoy NXT as much, too, because I watched NXT right after I watched Dynamite.
That was a mistake.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
I did the same thing, and I hated it even more.
Yeah.
I normally would, because it felt like Raw compared to this.
Yeah.
Like, this show, this is S. I don't even know what the fuck. This was an S-ranked show. Go out of your way to fucking seek this one out, man. Fucking phenomenal effort by everybody involved.
So, yeah, the only real newsworthy thing of AEW, there's other things like they destroyed NXT and the ratings.
Oh, yeah. No shit. I mean, they should have. They had a much better show and a much better book show.
Yeah. They might destroy them again next week, since it's the go-home edition of Revolution. Even though I feel like Charlotte Flair will go up somewhat, but I think they're still going to beat NXT. I think NXT is going to win one of the weeks, since they'll be in Mania mode and, and Takeover mode, so they will win one of those times. But anyhow, though, another news thing is apparently Jeff Cobb has been offered a contract. I don't know if he's accepted yet, but he has been offered a contract. And one thing they're going to do special for him is he's going to have the same gig as Jericho, Moxley, and what the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega are supposed to have, with where they can also work dates in New Japan.
And I think they also said they might even adjust it further by having him still fulfill his obligations, whatever's left in... if he has anything left in the Independence and Ring of Honor.
Yep.
Which is good, because that means that maybe him and Marty are talking on the phone, and maybe we can get a little thing going here.
Yeah.
Just saying. I would not mind and would not oppose to see the NWA World Champion take on Jericho. I'm just saying.
Well, if he wins the belt anyways.
Yes. But, yeah, no, there's a lot going on, man, and I'm looking forward to every single minute of it.
Also, other news... because they talk about on the show, AEW has action figures now.
That was huge. That's fucking huge.
Yep.
And the detail on these action figures, by the way, are fucking phenomenal.
I gotta say, these action... I mean, I haven't really bought any of the WWE ones recently, but they look a lot better than. I might buy these just because I want to support AEW. Like
support AEW and have a little figurine collection.
Yeah, why not? Like
why not, right?
I buy.
Especially, I want Cody with that fucking sledgehammer.
Did you see too? Awesome. There's a picture that Brandy Rhodes has on her Instagram. I think it's her Instagram where she has the sledgehammer instead of Cody. Because I guess
I like that.
But yeah, and there's talks they might start a video game. Which if they get, I'm definitely getting.
That's huge.
I'm definitely gonna get the video.
I hope to get Ukes. Please get Ukes and Jax involved. Please get Ukes and Jax involved. And NetherRealm Studios, get all three of them involved. All three of them. Please. And get Aki. And get Aki. Get Aki.
If there's ever a time for them to make a video game, it's now with the crap 2K20.
Bro, strike while the iron is hot like you did with WWE and its downfall. Just go. Keep kicking them while they're down. I'm loving it.
Honestly, if you think about it too, maybe this would make WWE step things up when it comes to their video game because those
they would have by now. They would have by now. 2K, nah, they're done. And by the way, how's that new partnership going with Visual Media?
I guess not good. I'm guessing, right?
The reason 2K20's Glitch Fest.
And I think that. By
the way, they just fixed it now. By the way, now it's playable.
Damn it! Because one of my cousins has the game, and I wanted to play it when it was unplayable. So. Oh
no, you still have to download a fucking patch just for it to be fixed.
Oh, so he might not have downloaded the patch then.
No, he's not. It's probably still a fucking piece of shit.
Because I want to see how trash that game is. Just.
Oh, Mike has already given us that rant.
Yeah, but still.
The greatest rant on any video game ever, by the way.
Probably the greatest rant in the history of the show. Like,
yes. I'd rather be raped by midgets. That's all you need to quote from that fucking rant.
Yep. So yeah, that was. That's all the wrestling that we're gonna talk about.
That's fucking nuts. I can't believe we got through that. It's actually under 3 hours. Holy shit.
We would have gotten through this like even quicker if my computer didn't fuck up.
Well, we went through it rather quick.
Yeah.
But question: are we still reviewing NWA Power? Because I did watch the recentest episode ish. I didn't watch the Squared Circle yet.
So we need to watch Enterprise, and it's a 3.5 hour show.
All right, so we'll do that. So guys, we're gonna review Ring of Honor Enterprise separate from the rundown.
Yeah.
But next week, I'm going to try anyway. I don't know if you were going to do this, Owen, tonight, but I'm going to be watching NWA Power if they have it.
I don't know what
Dark and Impact all live, so that way I'm all going to be caught up with everything. I'm just going to watch everything live starting today.
I know I'm gonna. Well, Impact. I'm still a couple weeks. I watched I watched a few episodes last night, but I don't know if it'll be. I'll try to be. I don't know if it'll be caught up by Friday because there was 2 pay-per-views. But there was a Twitch special.
Oh, they're on Fridays now. They're not on Tuesdays.
Huh?
They're not on Tuesdays.
No, I'm saying it won't be caught up by Friday when we're gonna actually talk about it. So.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
I was thinking what we could do instead is review. Even though it'll be late as hell, like on Friday. Review Enterprise, AEW, obviously, like get all that, and then maybe review like NXT or something.
Fair enough. That's fine.
Just because,
okay.
I won't have time to sit down and, watch the Twitch special and the Impact Plus special between now and Friday.
I know. This week, before we get into anything, next week I'm looking forward to AEW because they're having 3 hours.
Oh yeah,
2 hours for Dynamite, and then they have that documentary special right after.
That's right.
I cannot wait. I'm looking forward to next week. I'm more looking forward to this Wednesday, my dude. I'm really looking forward to this Wednesday and NXT. Even though this week was shit, I am looking forward to this coming week. Right now, I'm looking forward to this Wednesday. So.
I am kind of looking forward to SmackDown just to see what they do with Cena, since
I don't care.
I mean, I'll be honest. Like, I don't really care to see Cena back. I think a lot of people do because he hasn't been there for so long. But that does not change the damage that's happened since his run at the top. I'm sorry, that just doesn't.
No, it just doesn't at this point.
Like condoning it, but
I'm not, because the whole forced babyface thing is why we're at the point we're at now with this company.
yeah,
So.
it starts with him. So
Sorry, that's the fact, Chris.
I'm not forgetting.
I like Cena.
I still think I'm kind of on the John level. Like,
I like Cena as a person.
sure, I'll say that.
I even liked him as a wrestler when he was improving and shit. But yeah, no, he was still forced down people's throat. Same with Roman.
And that's gonna be the same once he comes back too. Like, I mean, maybe not because he won't be there as often, but still, when he's there, he'll be forced down our throats. I mean, they're already forcing him down our throats. They're showing like a ton of video packages for his return.
I don't even care.
Yeah,
I don't care.
And who cares to see the Fiend versus John Cena? It's that match at WrestleMania 30 alone where the Fiend had to get a whole new gimmick. So
yep.
If he puts over the Fiend, it's too late at this point. Like,
I agree.
Anyhow, I just ended it off with a negative. I'm sorry. Like,
we shall plug it. Yay! Roll the thing. All right, you saw the thing. You guys can follow me on YouTube, youtube.com/user/jhebertside95. That's JHEBERTSIDE95. You can also find my CAW Wrestling League, my show, a wrestling show that we are working on that we are going to be releasing in 2021. And we may join in the fray of, holy shit, there's so much wrestling on TV. Yeah. You can check that out on youtube.com/user/WYW Pride, or you could check it out by searching up on YouTube WEYMOUTH. That's Weymouth Youth Wrestling. You could space it out or type it in, all one word. You can also check out this show, because I edit it. You should. I don't know if you're not checking out the show, how the fuck you here? That's how it works.
I think at this point, though, some of them might not watch it because the episodes are so late, but
it's okay. This one isn't. You're seeing this now on time. On time.
I hope.
Well, somewhat, relatively on time. And you can also check out my interview with Noah Foster. That's what I was trying to think. We did an interview for WIW on Noah Foster's channel. I don't know if it's up yet, but subscribe to Noah Foster 210. That's youtube.com/user/Noah Foster 210. We did a WYW interview. I don't know if it's up yet.
It is up.
Even if it's not, subscribe to him anyway.
I may do one with you guys, obviously, since I was part of like the reviews and all that type of stuff. Like,
yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with you interviewing us. We're going to be promoting it heavily anyway.
I have to probably watch Noah's though, so I don't ask the same questions he does, because then it gets repetitive.
That's fine. I don't give a fuck if you ask the same questions. Honestly, we'll probably have different answers anyway.
Why would your answers be?
Well,
different?
I mean, different in context of different way of saying the same thing, but also giving more context to it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know. But anyway, that's beside the point. Where can everybody find you?
Obviously this channel.
We already plugged it.
Yep. Possibly if I have the time, I'm gonna try to I want to do a retro this week on Extreme Rules 2016 because of the main event of Dynamite. Well, not Dynamite, Revolution coming up. So makes sense because one of the matches on that show ties into that. So probably me and Chris Starr would be doing that, and then obviously Owen the Talkinator and CM Brothers. So definitely enjoy that, and yeah, that's pretty much it, guys.
Talk to you later, everybody. I'ma go rest because I'm still sick.
Our own drinks. Take that work week off, 5 days in the bucket. Fuck it, you got a boss who's a jerk who doesn't. Throw on some Wu-Tang, bring the motherfucking ruckus. There is no pretext. We are living and we love it on a budget. Never mind, we just nudge it to the side. Give the kids a little time. We are living till we die. Focused and we hustle, but we still be getting high. No exception to the rule. Do what you do to get by. Cause the clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my